Hello, and welcome to this very special episode of BlackwaterDnD, where there's so much space, so much more room for activities. Dude, it's crazy. We're good friends. We're telling better stories. And, I mean, if you're here, most of you probably know what's up. And if you're new, just you wait. Over to you, Em.
I expected it to be less weird with Sean not here, and I was so wrong. And
Nah, did I?
Never. No.
For the next little while, these intros are going to have a sinister overtone.
Not just undertones, overtones.
Overtone. Very much so. You're not safe.
As I was writing our content warnings for a recent GKB episode, I was like playing with the difference between overtones and undertones, and I was like, this is good, this is good. Amazing. Okay, well, I am going to acknowledge that tonight we are streaming from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Stolo, Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, Sawasin, and Musqueam First Nations. While our characters play in a world that Tim has created, we are honored to live, work, and play on these lands this evening. We are without Jess, who will be back this week, and Sean, who had his last episode for a little while with us last time, and we can't wait to have him back very soon. He's off filming some wonderful things out of town, and we miss him very, very much. I'm also very, very excited to say that we will be joined by a very familiar face next week who will be guesting with us for over the next little while. So,
Tim Navarro. We fucking got
Tim
him.
Navarro, we finally got him.
Finally.
If you have any
He's
predictions.
never played D&D, but his name is Tim Navarro.
So we had to get him. We had to.
He's an order shopman.
We're very excited to have this wonderful human back at the table, and we'll be joining the party for the next leg of the adventure. I have a ton of announcements today, so I'm going to rocket through them so I can play some good D&D with my friends. If you love this campaign as much as we do and you want to get caught up, you can find all of Campaign 2 over on the BlackwaterDnD YouTube page. Campaign 2 episodes release on Fridays at noon, with our podcast episode from the previous week dropping on Mondays at noon. You can type !YouTube in the chat to find the channel link there. I want to give a big thank you to our TechWater team of Chantel and Benji in the booth tonight. Woo! Woo! Also back in studio with us is the one, the only Eric Johnson. Woo! Eric, I want to say a huge thank you for this stupidly beautiful map. It's so nice, stupid. And I have questions about it later for Chatwater. Some very brief programming updates. Episode 91 dropped on the podcast last week. We also have a Patreon. Adam, can you tell the folks at home about Patreon?
Oh, I'm doing that as well.
You sure are.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you, dude. Man. Yeah, we have a Patreon where you can come. There's a tier that's free, so you can sign up and it's free. And you get access to all sorts of extra content, like Chatwater, which we film after every episode right away. So if you're like, God, what were they thinking in that moment? Or like, how did they feel at the end of that episode? You don't have to wonder, dude. It exists. It's there. For the taking, for you.
Your hands get so much bigger.
I got so much room. I love it here. We need to fire someone.
You're not in the center.
He's in the center.
He is.
There
you
are.
Dude, I love it here. But Patreon, awesome. It's great. Tons of extra content, and we've got even extra content coming down the line as we make more projects. There'll almost always be talkback episodes after the new content that we make. So if you're like, I want more Blackwater, look no further. ! Patreon in the chat, and you'll fucking see what's up. Dude, check it out.
Thanks, Adam. We also have a patrons-only Discord that is just a delightful place. It's okay, you don't do this every week.
I was pre-warned of the intro, but I wasn't pre-warned of the Patreon. I was head empty, no thoughts.
Well, it's good. Next time Jess is away, I will throw it to someone else, and I will pay that forward to people. Our patrons-only Discord is a wonderful place. If you want to come hang out with us and chat with us as the cast, we're in there all the time. We often drop all of our announcements there early, at least a week early, so you will hear everything well before everyone else does.
That's also where you can find photos that have no context.
Literal zero context photos, yes.
Of just like things that we've discussed either off camera
I believe
or like...
one of them recently was clogs that had hooves. Was that like hoofed clogs?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a thing a couple of weeks ago.
Bear tongue.
Bear tongue video. Chatwater people, you know what's up.
No context.
No context, bear.
No context.
Thank you so much to our patrons. Truly, you folks help keep the lights on. We are over 250 patrons. It's an incredible community. Thank you all so much for everyone, whether you're at the free tier, our lower tier, which is the Sad Bandits tier, Knucklebone tier, which is where all the good stuff starts, and then for the few folks who are at our Blackwater Keep tier, thank you so much. I have actually met with, I think, every one of our Blackwater Keep members.
If you are at the Blackwater Keep tier, you get to meet. You get a meeting with one of the members of Blackwater to chill and hang out and talk and ask questions for an hour over Zoom or Discord or whatever.
So fun.
It's really fun. Yeah.
Our community is a delightful time. We do like DM consultations. Sometimes we just shoot the shit and talk about life. It's really nice. I know I've done some consultations about like how to start an actual play. I talk a lot about Godkiller in them. And so if you have any burning questions or anything like that, like come check out what the tier is about. It's really, really lovely.
Try it out for a month.
Yeah. And you can pick whoever you want to chat to. Thank you so much to our patrons.
Doesn't want us to have money.
Speaking of awesome places to hang out, we are now up on Moonbeam. So our TTRPG space over there is just burgeoning, and we would love if you come join us. You can type !Moonbeam in the chat, and it'll head right on over as a link to our realm. That's what the pages are called. It's almost like if you combined Discord and Twitch and all of the good things you like about social media and none of the bad things that you don't like. So we have some wonderful plans for some Moonbeam exclusive content that will be coming out, and also a huge thank you to Moonbeam for having sponsored our Godkiller series and a bunch of our episodes here as well. So yeah, come on and join us on Moonbeam. It's a really, really awesome place. You can head over, I believe it's to moonbeam.stream. You can sign up yourself, and then if you search for BlackwaterDnD under the realms, we are there. A huge thanks also to the incredible Taylor Navarro, who works over at Moonbeam, for helping set.
We're picking up Navarro's.
Collecting Navarros.
Yeah.
Carlson's and Navarros, man. Fuck.
We've got a line on a Taylor Carlson.
If I had a dime for every Carlson and Navarro we had on this show, we wouldn't need Patreon.
You would.
I think we would still need
You need Patreon?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
All of this weirdly costs us money.
More than the Carlsons and Navarros combined?
More than a nickel per Carlson and Navarro? That's crazy.
I am also very excited to say that
so
it's one of
confused.
our favorite times of the year. It's Crit Awards season.
Hey.
So the Crit Awards are the creator recognition in tabletop awards helmed by our dear friend Ivy, and they are back for a third year. We'd be incredibly honored if you considered nominating us here at Blackwater. We've posted for your consideration posts across our socials for main campaign, Godkiller Balance, as well as Wayward Autumnal. These awards are community-led and community-driven, with nominations open until April 30th. You can type !Crit in the chat. That'll send you a link right to the nomination form. There are so many incredible categories honoring creators of all sizes across all different aspects of the space, whether they're game designers, developers, composers, stuff for like best overlays, best YouTube, best NPC, best villain, best DMs, best GMs, all of that kind of stuff. So
If Nard doesn't win Best NPC this year,
You need to be hitting up every social channel you can find.
I'm gonna be canvassing.
Canvassing
I'm
for
gonna
Nard.
people on the streets.
Canvassing
You got to
for
leverage your ins because you're a part of the
No,
organization.
I have to recuse myself.
No, too late, dude.
The Crit Awards really seeks to showcase and spotlight talented folks who might not otherwise be able to have a chance to have their incredible work recognized. We would be just tickled pink to be up for an award. Nominations close, as I said, on April 30th, so you can head on over and make sure your favorite shows get their flowers. And flowers, creepy things in the woods. That's the segue I'm making here. Wayward Autumnal, thank you so much for coming to join us over on Gnome Ann's Twitch page for our marathon that occurred on March 30th, culminating with the premiere of Chapter 4, Unholy Ground, which is the final episode of our series. The series was a co-production between us at Blackwater and All My Friends Are Stories, which is Anne's production company, and has been such a labor of love for me and Anne and the entire cast. I'm so grateful to have been a part of it. Wayward Autumnal is a pastoral folk horror tale using Under the Autumn Strangely by Graham Gentz and features myself as Rosalind the Traveler, Anne as the Arcadian, which is their equivalent of a GM, with Cameron Stripmater, Candice Marie, and Josephine Kim as our terrors, all the things that go bump in the night. Video versions of the episodes are now live over on Anne's YouTube page, where you can see the evolution of my Rosalind cosplay as she becomes the terror she wants to see in the world. And the podcast episodes episodes for chapters 3 and 4 dropped last week on our podcast feed.
Is it a cosplay if you're wearing it as your own character during the production?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Isn't it just a costume?
No, it's a cosplay, my dear.
I don't think I understand the concept of cosplay.
It's short for costume play.
Yeah, no, I know, but like my idea of cosplay was like you dress up as things that you like.
And our costumes of things
It's
that you
well, but the thing is, it's sort of
It's a portmanteau.
portmanteau of costume and play.
No, I understand that, but like
You
when
did
John,
say last week that you didn't like
Here's the thing.
portmanteaus, so...
no, I love portmanteaus. I didn't like the ones we were doing last week. But like when
wasn't.
Kit Harington was in costume as Jon Snow, that wasn't cosplay, right?
Playing in costume.
God, you got me there.
So thank you so much for all of this community and Anne's community as well for joining us in the Never Was. I really hope to revisit these characters sometime again very, very soon. And now it is my favorite time to talk about God Killer. Last week we dropped episode 12, Atoning, where we had our second episode with Abria, and oh my goodness, those last 2 minutes leave me on the floor every time. When Sai came in the scoring and composing of the episode with Hardest Love, which is my favorite song that he's composed for the series, we see such a satisfying close to what actually happened at the Siege of Manta that we first got a taste of 5 years ago in our very first episode of Blackwater that we ever put on the internet. It's just so incredibly beautiful. Deep cuts. I'm so proud of these episodes and the performances and our cast and having our guests just be able to step so seamlessly into the story despite me sending over like 6 to 8 pages of lore that they had to digest. So I'm very, very grateful to everyone. Balance features the core cast of myself as God with Yanis and Gina as my God killers. Is that your contribution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it. You did it.
And we have a stunning crew of guests, including Christian Navarro, Tim Carlson, Anjali Bamani, Christian Carlson, Cody Heath,
15 cents.
Luis Carrazzo, Brennan Lee Mulligan, Matt Mercer, and Abria Iyengar. If you've listened to Balance and you like what you hear, you can go check out Oblivion, which is our first season, which is also out now wherever pods are cast. You don't need to listen to Oblivion to start Balance, but it does provide a heck of a lot of context and all of the Easter eggs in there. We're thrilled to have this show sponsored by the folks over at Hero Forge and Moonbeam, so thank you so much for making this show possible. I'm going as fast as I can. Thank you so much for hanging in. Also, thank you so much for having joined us for the GKB Talkback that we impromptu held last week. Your questions are so lovely, and myself and Gina and Yanis love to sit down and be able to talk about the show. We'll be planning one more near the end of the series. We might do that one as a pre-recorded one rather than live to accommodate work schedules, but it was really nice to be able to do this one live with the community. Episodes release bi-weekly for God Killer, and our next episode sees us picking up with Rake and Ever still in Manta and in the unbelievable quiet after what occurred in the last episode, making some big choices about their path forward as they start to make their journey towards the confrontation with the matron. Episode 13, Amending, drops Friday, April 18th at noon PST. We'll be dropping more teasers along the way, so thank you for joining us through our second journey through the cradle. Finally, this brings us to our sponsor for the episode, Monument Studios. Monument Studios' new program, Fantasy Plus, is a new TTRPG music platform with over 6,000 high-quality audio files to score and bring your games to life. There we go. You can browse tracks by mood, mix and match audio files to create the perfect soundscape, as well as upload your own files to the platform for use. It has Discord integration, improved visuals, and performance. It's also the cheapest TTRPG music platform out there by far. It is $4.99 a month. That's
crazy.
It. A lot of other platforms that we use, I know, cost upwards of the $20 to $30 range a month for them, and they're well worth it. But like, if you're looking to get your entry and to start using music in the space, Monument is the way to go.
$4.99, you said?
$4.99.
That's like a hamburger.
That's less than a burger. That's way less than a burger.
Where are you getting these burgers?
Doubles? Are you kidding me?
There's also
I can give up one of them.
There's also no paywalls, and nothing is hidden behind. There's no microtransactions on the platform as well, so the cost you pay is that's it. There's also new content uploaded on a regular basis. I've been using Monument to score Balance, and it's provided so much of the ambiance and soundscapes that I've been using to make the series feel really lived in, whether it's the tavern ambiance from the Wayfarer's Lamp, the dampness of Ungal's Cave, or the winds of the Seizure and the liminal space. Fantasy Plus has you covered. It's been an incredible and huge asset for me. When Monument first started working with us, they just gave me 100 gigabytes of stuff. They said, here, have it. And I said, thank you, this is great. It saves me hours of time. I've been having to go and search sound effects drives and a bunch of different platforms that we use. It's just all right there. I have it. It's awesome. Thank you so much to the wonderful folks at Monument for sponsoring this. They've been incredible to work with. Tim will also be using Monument to score these episodes, which is great. And you may hear it in a lot of our podcasts from now on. Their program went live on March 25th, and you can use the code Blackwater at checkout to get 90 days free. That's 3 free months in-app a trial, and then after that, it's only $4.99 a month. So go to check that out right now. You can type !monument in the chat, and it'll head right on over to their page. So thank you so much, Monument, for sponsoring the show. And finally, that's it. I'm done. Grab your tissues, grab your spider milk, grab your jorts and your best friends, whether you're new with us tonight or you've been with us for ages. Thank you so much for your support. It is through community that we make amazing things happen. Thank you so much for hanging out with us at our table. We hope you feel super welcome here. Chantel, roll the clip, roll the clip.
Okay, all right. So, for those of you just joining us tonight, last week, Best Wishes began the Warden's Gauntlet with the Queen of the Court of the Senelise, Minx Wisteria, as their patron. Traveling east to the start of the Warden's Gauntlet, they managed to navigate the first trial with great speed. Launching headlong.
I don't hear any bitterness there.
I don't know if we tone to it.
I don't know, it's very fast. It's fine.
Hours of prep, 15 minutes of play.
Fucking deleted a whole page of work.
Perfect. No, it's perfect. You missed a great NPC. That's great. Launching. He'll come back. I'll bring him back somewhere else. Lunging headlong into the second trial, they found themselves on the back foot as they were overwhelmed by hostile creatures and kneecapped by another force. As Miri was knocked unconscious by Shy, whose judgment had been clouded, and Mark gave into his base desires and lunged for Thistle. The scent of blood overwhelming his senses as Johnny Built Wrong appeared to envelop him as Harkoon stepped in to help protect not only Mark's mind, but his body also.
That would have wrecked it.
As we pick up in the middle of combat, Thistle and Esper, you both see the kind of form of Johnny Built Wrong that you haven't seen since the mountain ranges, of that kind of tall, more slender figure, more humanoid, just 2 feet. And you see that kind of familiar head with the 3 eyes and the kind of like, you can see where there's a slight indentation where the large mouth is across. But you see as you hear it in your mind. It doesn't move its mouth, but you hear in its mind. I'm sorry. I had to do this to protect him. His physical form is not his own right now. But his mind is safe. Fuck. I can keep him safe. But it will take all of my energy.
Can you get him out of here?
Yes. Yes. Once we get through this, we will find somewhere safe.
All right.
I believe I was next in the initiative order.
Yeah, let's say, yes.
Was it Mark's turn that happened?
No, it was...
No, it was Mark's turn because he lunged.
No, someone whispered and made him do it.
Yes.
It was my turn.
It was Calamity Rain. The swarm, swarm begins to move over this way.
Yeah, I have the initiative order still up here, and Calamity
Here
Rain.
too. And then, it's this turn.
Right.
All right.
Miri is still unconscious as an FYI.
No, I'm going to reach over. Bonus action. Second level healing word. Miri.
All right.
It's 2d4. Super powerful stuff here. Come on, Thistle. 3 and a 1 for 4 plus my spell casting modifier, which I know off by heart.
Wisdom.
So is it my spell attack?
Your
bonus?
wisdom modifier.
My wisdom modifier. See, I'm so good at D&D.
You don't heal very much. It's not your fault.
4.
So good
So,
at D&D.
8 points of healing.
Nice.
Miri is awake. And then from a hidden compartment that no one quite knows, I produce an entire staff. I produce the Staff of Thorns. And I am
Keeps pulling it out.
Yeah, I'm going to use 6 charges.
Whoa.
4, 5, 6 charges to cast Wall of
Ooh! I'm just gonna use.
the wall appears
Nope,
within
Eric's
range
got
on a
something.
solid
Eric.
surface and lasts for a duration. You could choose to make the wall
Yes.
up to 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick, or a circle that has a 20-foot diameter and is up to 20 feet high and 5 feet thick.
Bubble us?
I can't get everybody in a bubble, unfortunately, and the gate.
Could get all of them. Or yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, probably not.
But what I'll do is I will make a...
Block off just Calamity Rain if you know they're there.
Well, I know that there's someone over there. I don't know their exact position, but what I'll do is I will make a 60-foot long
Can we get
wall,
Minicam?
10 feet high, 5
Thank
feet
you.
thick, around there, and then over to the bridge,
Like up and onto the bridge.
up and onto the bridge, so that to try and block them from coming across.
5. Are these 10?
I think we're 10 feet.
10 feet wide.
So basically,
6 of those, right?
when the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. I don't think anyone's directly in its area.
Bloom Hydra, if it's going straight across, right?
Yeah.
It's probably
Um,
not wall,
Nice.
wall, but
On a failed save, a creature takes 78 piercing damage, half as much, and then there's something about them not being like a...
Do we want to just, like, how many more do you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you want to just say that the other 5 just kind of wrap? Does it have to be a
they're
straight
10
line,
feet
doesn't it?
because it's 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
It's 60
Oh, so
feet.
6 of them.
So,
6
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
6 of them, okay.
Just kind of.
Yeah, lock them in as much as possible.
So Wall of Thorns, so
Just deals with the
basically,
swarm.
yeah,
That's-
they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'd say definitely one of these guys and the Bloom Hydra for sure.
Nice. Hey, that was a good move.
Thank you.
That's a natural 1 for the Bloom Hydra.
That's gonna be a failure.
Yeah. And let's see for the.
And these are 5.
That's another natural 1. You're not playing today.
All right.
Starting the night with 2.
Bring it, put it back in rotation.
Look, Tim, can't punish them.
It's taking a little break. Did you get it out of your system?
Are you happy now?
Are you happy?
There's some real Tim Robinson vibes at the table tonight. I don't know what it is, but it is.
Tim Robertson, Tim Navarro, they're all the
Yeah, no.
GM Tim. There's so many Tims.
Some Tims.
So many Tims.
Some say too many.
Maybe.
Too many Tims.
That's
Too
gonna
many
be 37 points of piercing damage to both of those.
You hear a, ow!
Sorry,
His
Sam.
little red cap fuck.
Okay, so they're 5 feet thick.
Yuck.
A creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, so it must spend 4 feet of movement. So it'll take 20 feet of movement to get through the wall.
Okay.
The first time the creature enters the wall on a turn or ends a turn there, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw again.
I also like to think that the Wall of Thorns isn't
Might have
just
been.
like, it's not stationary, like the thorns are moving in the walls,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's why.
What was the thing that you have to do to get through it?
You have to move, use your movement to get
Right,
through.
but there's
You see, you would see as it goes up, you watch the Bloom Hydra kind of lunges forward and just gets impaled by all of these vines.
Okay.
As it just.
So we'll say it's like
is
halfway.
eviscerated.
Oh.
It died.
Sick.
It's halfway through. Dead.
It's part of the wall now.
Yeah, it's part of the wall now. It's
Ooh,
beautiful
the wall
and
grows
gross.
a couple of heads.
Yeah.
Gross.
But the Bloom Hydra's down. Yeah, and you heard some yelling from over here.
Did I hear that yelling from behind that way?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you would have heard.
And then, what I'm gonna do is...
You're probably still enraged.
I am.
What I'm gonna do is, and I'll let you decide whether or not I've run out of action economy to do part of this. But what I want to do is I want to use my movement to step through this tree because I still have my tree stride up.
Okay. Oh yes, right.
Yeah, it lasts
'cause you
for
came
a
through
minute.
that one, right?
Yeah, I want to step
And that's
through.
concentration, right?
That is concentration, but the Wall of Thorns, which is also concentration, is cast through the staff.
Yes.
But it's still correct
Okay,
me.
then
It's
I'll-
like because you're casting it. It's like it allows you to cast the spell. But
Okay, then I'll drop my tree
Right?
strike.
when you're using a spell through an item, you're still casting that.
I still have to
spell.
concentrate on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll drop the tree strike.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
No worries.
That is Am I in melee with this?
Oh yeah.
You're like 5 feet away.
I just
Yeah,
mean
no,
like,
you're-
if I move away from him, am I gonna take it?
No, I don't think so. Because he was
okay.
attacking Esper, I think.
So what I'll do is I will move towards the. I'll move sort of behind Esper to the back of that horse to that pillar,
Okay.
so that I can investigate that on my next turn.
Okay. You got in there. Are you marks there?
Johnny.
Johnny. All right. It is Miri's turn. Miri is blinded,
Yes.
Blind.
but awake and conscious.
And in melee with
And
Shy, who is
prone.
looks.
Still enraged?
Yes,
You get to make another save at the end of your turn, though,
I
right?
think so.
Did you make one at the end of your last turn?
How much hit point did Miri get from the heal?
After you knocked her out?
8. Do I have to make a? Do I get to make another save at the end of my turn, or does it just hold up? Because I didn't make a save.
You
at
didn't
the
make
end
a
of my
save
last
after
turn.
you knocked her out.
Right. Let me just look.
And it's charisma, so I'm like kind of fucked.
You never know.
I know my charisma is my lowest.
You could roll like a. There's like a 40% chance or a 20% chance.
Well, it's not my lowest stat, but I don't have like anything to help it. At least with active momentum, I can re-roll intelligence and wisdom saves, but I can't do anything with charisma saves.
So many books.
But I've already used active momentum for the day.
Yeah, there it is. Da, 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 da. No, you're no, because it's the end of the hag's next turn. So you would be
Not enraged.
You're not enraged anymore
Okay,
because you acted before the hag,
right.
and then it would have dropped on the hag's turn. So
So you're not
You're not.
So
enraged.
yeah, that would have just basically finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
good. I was just worried you're gonna knock her out.
I think Jess would save this, but I'm going to do it because I want Miri to survive. Miri lying down on the ground, blinded, has a spell to deal with pretty much all of the problems in her life right now. She's going to cast Heal on herself.
Yes.
Removes blindness and gives her a flat 70 hit points back.
Nice.
Smart.
So that just brings her up to 78.
That's really smart. Move.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to have her stand up and... Whatever Miri said in that moment, Jess can decide, but
Shy would be like absolutely.
I'm assuming it's confusion.
Jess or like Miri would be, or Shy would be completely distraught having seen what she did and having seen Miri on the ground.
Shy, what the fuck?
Yeah, Shy, what the fuck is what I feel like she would say.
The actual fuck.
What the actual fuck?
Because I did just say, fuck you, Miri.
Fuck you,
Yeah, you
Miri.
did. Had a little spice on it.
Yes.
Do we need to talk?
Probably.
Are you mad at me?
Can you do this now? Can you have the conversation?
Miri,
No,
I
not
assume
for
Miri
Jess.
probably stands up.
Yes.
Yeah, stands up, yeah.
And you can take that enraged one off of our friend Shy there.
And I'm gonna have her use the rest of her 15 feet of movement to move away.
To run away from Shy.
Which move, down and away.
And
from
Shy
the
does
thorns.
nothing. Shy does not
Attack of
attack.
opportunity.
And probably
Sucker punch.
Probably run next to Mark.
Back of the head.
Right there is good. All right, it is Esper's turn.
Okay.
You've got this one kind of
I got one on me.
partly
there's just
skeletal.
one line
Yeah,
on
they're
our
like
side.
looks like a druid, somewhat skeletal. You can see like almost like mid beast shape.
Great. I am going to swing with Silver Silence. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
I'm going to toss a first level smite into this one. Plus 2d8 plus.
And Liz.
And Tim, while he's rolling, I heard where that yell came from, right? Like I heard.
Yeah,
where it
you
came
would have
from.
heard it on the other side of the
I know I can't see it, but I heard where it came from. Okay. That's good.
You can't see it though.
I don't need to see it. I just need to a point I choose.
A lot of twos. 6, 11. 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And he is knocked 10 feet backwards.
Nice.
You know what would be fun is if there was a way that you could.
And
Up.
then
Oh, go ahead.
Wolf is going to follow in. I'm going to attack him again.
Do you go towards him then?
Yeah. It's a 22 to hit.
Nice, that hits.
Exact same thing, because I know that I'm technically in combat with an ally. I don't think it should count for snake.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're one unit.
So I'm just gonna smite.
Yeah.
Fuck, a lot of ones on that one. 12, 17 points of damage.
Okay.
And then Wolf is gonna have his attack, which is a thing that I remember. Oh, it's a natural 19. Let me find what damage. I think it's a D6. D8 of psychic damage plus the spell's level 2. So 6 points of psychic damage.
How do you want to finish this one off?
I think it's Esper slams into like full pierces down, hits him in the chest.
Yeah.
And ethereal arms reach out and rip him backwards and like pin him to the ground as Esper just like spears him through the neck into the ground as Wolf just like through the chest just like comes up blood covered more.
Nice.
You
Okay.
know what I wish there was? I wish there was a way to like have something where you could do like a guidance or something or a blast like a D4 that adds to your like spell save DC. Like I wish there was a way you could like, oh, I really want this to work.
Yeah.
New Sorcerer kind of has that.
Where you can be like, oh, for a temporary, I got to add a D4 to my spell save DC to like make
Boost
it like
it up.
super high for like
That's cool.
one.
Yeah.
Because there's often times where I'm like, when we fight big people and they have high spell save
You
DCs.
could item. You know, it'd be a good thing you could use as like an item.
TM,
so it's like a
TM.
one or twice a day kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it's just something where like when we're fighting
when
big
it's
people
needed as a
and my
clutch.
spell save DC is like 17 and we're fighting someone who has like a plus 10, it's
Yeah.
like there's no point in even casting it. Anyway.
All right. Actually, let's roll this thing. Okay.
It's my turn.
Yeah, you hear shouting from way on the other side. You hear some kind of calling you can't see from where you are, but you hear quite a bit of shouting.
Can you point the direction that I would hear
Roars,
the shouting
like,
from?
over here.
Roars, like
Yeah.
bear roars.
Oh!
The bears are here. Okay, so Shy, do I know that I know that something I was like without of my faculties. Like,
Yeah, as you come back to, you feel like there was a moment there where you were out of control.
okay, and seeing what I've done, seeing Miri on the ground, knowing that like this is again another moment where Shy has been, that sense of myself has been taken advantage of. Someone's taken my faculties from me. Last time it was to kiss someone, which had some outcomes. This time it was to hurt someone, which is not good also. I think you see Shy like kind of just start to vibrate, and there's this like the bioluminescence just flashes probably the brightest it's shone in a while, and you see her kind of just like pull her arms backward and out, and you see this just radiant ball of light that is bigger than her bioluminescent bolts. And I think completely going purely on instinct, she is going to kind of clap it together, and I'm going to send it forward. And it is a 40 or 20-foot radius at a point I choose.
You know what that gives me the vibe of is mantis shrimp. The like
Oh yeah,
great, like,
the
convection bottle.
That's exactly what it is. It's like it's both steam and it's light and that luminescence. So I'm gonna drop it behind the wall
'Kay.
where I heard that going.
right.
And so everyone there is going to make a con save, please.
'Kay.
I'm also going to upcast it as high as I can. So that is using 4 key points.
What spell point is this? Or
This
what
is
spell
not a spell. It's my Luciferin Burst.
Like
Ability.
monk fireball.
Yeah.
You get this at the. You got this at the.
11th level. I have yet to use it because there hasn't been a moment where it felt right, and now I'm just kind of having to do this blindly on instinct. And I'm
Blam blam.
going to,
Start blasting.
I am blasting at this point.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah, that's 21 for one of them.
Okay, the save is to beat is 16.
Let's see what. No, I don't think that's going to be enough.
And they take half if they fail.
Yeah, and then the other one failed. All right, so yeah, you hear some shouting.
And so that's 8d6
Nice.
with my highest.
Do you need
1,
some
2, 3,
D6s?
4, no. 5,
No one ever wants
6,
to do D6s.
7,
I
Fucked
do.
up, dude.
8. Well, I used to roll d6s, so I have so many. Actually, we're just gonna roll Okay. 3, 6, 12, 18, 21, 23, 26, 27 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Oh, computer chugging along.
I hear it from here.
Oh, the fan kicked in. I need to clear it off. All right. Yeah, you hear that same kind of from the other side, but you don't see who's making the noise. And what was the total again? Sorry.
27.
27. Okay.
And then half if they succeeded.
All right.
And so that's my action. And then the only other combatant I can see is next to Esper.
Yeah.
So I am going to use my movement to jump up and over and go get in melee with this guy.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
There's more combatants over there. So.
That's just the one that you've been hitting. Oh, no, that one's dead.
Oh, that one's
yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, that was my bad. I didn't knock him over.
I did a
How would you know?
He's standing limply on my spear.
And
As Shy looks over, he slides off.
oh, that's right. Yeah, you killed him. And so there's nobody else that I can
Not
see.
that you can see, no.
Okay. And I can.
You can punch Miri.
She's right there, dude.
Right
And looking weak.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. The healer did a lot.
She is exhausted.
So if I wanted to make ranged attacks through the wall of thorns, it would be at, I'm assuming, at disadvantage.
I think it's full cover.
Oh, it's full
yeah,
cover,
so
okay.
you wouldn't be able to target them directly.
Okay. Then I think that is all I can do. I am going to then jump down and go over to the other side of this pillar here, on the other side, because I know Thistle's taking a look at that one. No, like in the center of the path there, and kind of look at the group. If we can get out of here now, I think there's something on the other side of that wall, but we gotta go now. And that would be my turn.
Okay. It's the Fae Revenant's turn. As you hear bows being shot, and again some yelling on the other side, you hear more shouting. Take this, you foul beast!
Dreeve!
The fighting continues.
We gotta help.
No.
You hear the kind of.
We gotta get out of here.
You hear.
Cowards. Knaves, I say.
Here.
Running like the coward.
You hear more shouting, and like you can hear sounds of combat. But would you guys like to do anything from this side of the Wall of Thorns?
I want to start investigating this pillar and see if there is some sort of riddle or button or passphrase.
How far is the river?
Like how far does it go?
No, like how wide is it? Sorry.
Oh, it's about at this point it's about 10 feet.
Could wolf jump that?
Yeah, probably.
Because the riddle was fearless warriors would befriend wild animals, charge ahead, and would charge ahead with regardless of the danger.
That was just what was written on
Yes.
Runestone.
I want to try and get up on this ridge so that I can get a lay of the land of everything that's happening.
Okay. Yeah. What's your movement? 5, 10?
60.
Yeah. Yeah, you scamper up. You can see the Nard Guard.
The Nard Guard!
Is
Oh
there.
no. Is that Zane with the little wizard?
Yeah, Zane is not in front. Zane is absolutely at the back. Jackson is in the middle. Nard is right up in the swarm. The swarm is all around Nard.
He's not even really swinging his weapon. It's wild.
You can see the
Magnolia Marauders
are here on the Fae Revenants. I think this one is still alive, but you also see there is a hag here.
Hag.
And another armored warrior there.
In the red cap.
Oh, it's the Calamity Rain circled around.
This guy is back here.
Uh-oh.
We gotta go.
This guy
We gotta go now.
here.
There's so many
And then the
combatants.
bears as well.
Oh, we're in the lead, guys.
Can we pan over to the other
can't,
side of the battle?
Yeah,
The bears
her face was.
Oh my god.
are trying to help Nard, and Nard
Artemis
keeps
Con.
telling them to stop helping.
Artemis Con.
You do not see, you don't see
she's-
Artemis.
Because she's ahead of us.
She would have had to have gone through this though,
Yeah,
unless she's just like
cheating.
She's
slinked.
She's
through.
getting help.
Yeah, you see it is like they are like
This looks at
the amount of them.
hand?
Yeah, they've got it in hand. Nard is very bloody, but for the only time you've ever seen, he's smiling.
that man can never die.
Okay.
He's getting very hurt. But yeah, it's looking like this. The Fae Revenants, this one is basically dead. And this one is looking pretty rough as well.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action Hex the Swarm so that Nard has more of a chance of surviving. And
Don't help me, please!
then Wolf is going to take its action to dash back and just take me back.
All right.
Because I didn't want it to be one group that was like valiantly fighting these things and like potentially dying on our behalf. This looks in hand, so I'm gonna take the advantage.
It
of
looks
the-
like a clusterfuck,
Yeah.
and so we can just do
This
that.
looks well handled, and I'm like, no one's gonna die because we were like trying to win a competition, which Esper would not have felt good about. But yeah, I'm gonna come back and help however I can.
All right. So you investigate the pillar, make an investigation check.
Help action.
Cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
Oh, that is bad. 10.
10. You look, it takes you a little while. You see right away, as you kind of come around to the back, there are two kind of bowls that have been carved into the back of these pillars. They're not huge, but they are sort of kind of medium-sized bowls in the back of these stone pillars. Are probably about 5 feet across, and it looks like at some point they formed an archway, but it sort of crumbled away. So you see these little bowls, and there is like a little drain at the bottom, it looks like. Very small holes carved into this stone. What takes you a while is to find any kind of like runes or anything like that on this. And finally you find...
I have a passive investigation of 23.
Yeah.
So is that like, could I?
You
cut
spot
that
it a little,
time
yeah,
down
you
bit?
spot a little faster. But you do eventually find that there is a carving in one of the pillars. It's kind of faded, and you have to clear away some moss to find it. And it's written in Sylvan. Do any of you speak Sylvan?
I believe Miri does. Miri might.
Yes.
I
Miri does.
speak Druidic. I mean, that's probably.
Yeah, it's a little different. The Druidic, you're able to read the rune stones quite easily because they're written in that sort of Druidic language and runes. But this is written in Sylvan, and it says, "As fools rush on, the key runs red. Their path ahead is drawn."
The key runs red. That's blood.
The river. What was the second part? The key runs red.
As fools rush on, the keys run red.
The keys.
The key runs red. Their path ahead is drawn.
Do we have to take water from the river and put it in the bowls?
Because it's the... This is the Red Wilds. Do we know the name of this river?
No.
It's either we gotta put blood in these bowls or river water and blood in these bowls.
I think it's water.
Let's try the water first and then add our blood to the water.
Okay.
All right.
I'll run over and scoop up some water.
Scoop up some of the clear water,
Pour it
bring it
in the
over, you
bowl.
pour it in, and you watch as it kind of fills the bowl very briefly and then just drains out. You see it just kind of spills out of cracks in the bottom of the rock.
I for my wrist out. My arm out.
I'm bleeding
You're bleeding?
pretty good, so I'm just gonna bleed into the bowl.
Yeah, as you bleed into the bowl, it starts to fill, and it stays in the bowl, but it's only filled maybe this much.
And I mix river water in there with it.
You watch as it mixes and then separates as the water tumbles out the bottom.
It's all...
The blood stays in.
Oh, this is dark.
Yeah, get the guy.
I'm gonna grab the guy and just fucking.
As you grab him, he turns back to leaves.
God damn it.
It's gotta be us.
All right, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna.
Oh, wait. This fool's rush. The key runs red. And by that is drawn.
I think it's gotta be blood. If the blood is the only thing staying in the bowls, it's not the river water. It's not blood and water. It's just gotta be blood. It's gotta be. We've gotta pay the price. This wouldn't be the Warden's Gauntlet for nothing.
It does seem like a
in this fight?
warning.
Yeah. But no, you can. I'm good. I'm good.
You can. Miri can make a medicine check.
Okay. And
It does seem like a warning though to like
Yeah.
not rush in.
yeah,
After they told us very directly to rush in, it's very confusing.
it's an 11, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Hey.
Hey, that's a 12.
Okay. Miri looks at the bowl and goes, "That's a lot of blood."
Yeah.
If you were to try to fill both those bowls, that's a lot of blood. You're probably gonna get very tired.
Yeah.
The key runs red. Can you repeat the riddle one more time, Sam?
As fools rush on, the key runs red. Their path ahead is drawn.
The key runs red. Like I'm bleeding from my nose, but
Can I?
Do you bleed into the thing?
like I mean, I'm just like I think Shy's like leaning over the bowl. My nose
so
is
you're-
bleeding,
It's filling.
but it's not like I'm not like gushing blood. I haven't taken that much damage.
Is it a bit from each of us?
Maybe.
My other thought is
Also, I look back over at Johnny. Because did I hear Harkoon, was he in all of our heads or just in
Yeah, you would have heard it too.
Mark? I mean, at least Mark's safe right now, but he can't bleed in here.
my other thought.
How long does that wall of thorns?
10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna scoop. What's the bank of the river made of?
It's just like mud and clay and like reeds and stuff like
I'm
that. in some
gonna
areas.
scoop up some of that mud.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt anyone else. I'm just gonna slice my own thing, bleed into the mud, and make like a blood clay, because that shit can't drain out of the bowl. I'm gonna try and put it in the bowl to try and fill up the bowl with clay from the riverbed that's been bled on, so that it's bloody.
Okay.
But it's not gonna drain out.
You watch as you put it in. The blood does seem to separate from the clay as the clay kind of floats in the bowl.
That's too much blood from one person. Do we all have to bleed a little bit? And do we have to feel the whole bowls? Because that's going to be impossible.
Fools rush on.
You see Dashiell Swift kind of climbs up.
As fools
What's going on over there?
He runs red.
Shy doesn't say a damn thing to Dashiell.
Okay.
I think we're just,
Path is drawn.
path is drawn. Like drawn. Like,
I ain't drawn like blood.
right.
The key.
A key.
What was the riddle we got at the very beginning? It was they make friends with animals.
Fearless warriors who befriend wild animals, they charge ahead even when danger is present. But now it's telling us slow the fuck down, don't charge ahead, don't bleed yourself dry in these bowls because you'll die. I think.
Fucking riddle.
Shy, I'm gonna just take a weird stab in the dark. I take some of the blood. And I would have been sure that we would have bled in each bowls. If we've all have we all bled in at this point? I'm gonna take.
You started to fill it. It's like that first bowl is getting closer.
And I would think Shy would have dropped some blood in the second bowl as well, just to make sure there's some in both. I'm just gonna take a weird stab in the dark because Shy sees the word drawn, and I know what I think of when I think of drawn. I'm gonna take a paintbrush out of my bag, and I am going to use the blood as like ink, and I am gonna draw a key on each of the towers made out of blood.
Yeah. You see as you kind of paint it, you see as it liquefies again and drops into the bowl.
Fuck, that couldn't hurt.
Is there anything else on these pillars?
They look very old.
All right.
All right.
I can give more.
No, fuck it.
I'm gonna cast a 4th level healing word on myself.
Wait. As you do this, Is Mark? Can I reach through the goo to grab to Mark?
You could try, but
I'm going to try and grab the alchemy jug.
You hear Harkoon going, "What are you doing?"
I need the jug. I need the jug, please.
And you watch as he kind of shifts and the jug kind of emerges.
Goat's blood.
I mean, as he's filling the
As
wine,
you start to fill it, it does fill the bowl.
I'm gonna go to the other side and I'm just gonna fucking.
You see now the other adventurers are climbing up over and around the edge of the wall as like they are starting to come over to see what's going on.
Yeah, we do our best to fill. If I see Thistle starting to
going
fill one
for
bowl,
it.
I'm gonna try and help him.
So you fill the one bowl. As you kind of let the blood out, you like between the two of you, if you want to fill the other bowl, you're going to take a level of exhaustion each. As you see Nard running, no, please take my blood! I've got so much of it!
I love
Wait
it.
a
He's
minute.
alive.
A level of exhaustion?
If you want to fill that bowl, the two of
for the
you.
first level?
It's skill checks are all at disadvantage.
Oh, then I won't. Then I'm gonna invite Nard over to come help us.
Yeah, Nard. It's just
Nard, good
from the
to
mouth.
see you. Please fill up this bowl with your blood.
As you see, like the rest of the Magnolia Marauders, everybody starts crowding
Everybody,
around.
Come, bleed into the bowl.
Okay.
We've got to do this together.
If I see
Have I
Calamity,
filled with the goat's blood? Have I filled the first
Yeah,
bowl?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
if I see Calamity Rain coming in.
Yeah, they are also there. You see the red cap is like, okay, yeah! He just cuts his arm.
I think back to
Content warnings,
I
y'all.
think back to what Van Dyne told me about how I can't do this alone.
Yeah.
And I think okay.
All right. Everybody. There's a good chance that a lot of these early stages, we will need to work as a group, as one team. Now,
And I refer to the fucking red cap and the hag.
I know what you were doing earlier.
What do you mean? We just got here.
Yes, of course you did.
Do they have like
We will-
scorch marks on them?
Hey.
Radiant scorch marks?
Insight check. 'Cause I'm good at
Is he all sliced up?
Hey,
from, like,
wait a
thorn wool?
second.
Wait a minute.
Sir?
The skill that I always forget to use
And do
because
they have-
I'm not inside.
Do they have like radiant scorch marks on
Oh,
them?
He
dude.
definitely does. He rolled a natural one.
29, baby. I am insightful.
Dude, his cap is burned. He's like, absolutely, it was the guy you heard.
We can,
No, I'm gonna really subtly watching this as they're trying to lie.
The hag didn't say anything.
I'm gonna tap into something that I haven't really thought about. I'm gonna reach down and like spirits of justice, spirits of honesty and truth as a bubble pulses out from me, and I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Ooh.
So it's
Jeez.
was it charisma saving throws from everybody?
Charisma saving throw.
That's us too, right?
Thistle chooses to fail.
So honorable.
I'm going to
Might as well
roll.
call him Abraham Lincoln.
Because at
over
least
here.
if I fail by my own hand.
And con save, you said?
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay.
And what
Yeah,
what
well,
what are you looking
the
to win?
DC
the red
17.
cap. The red cap failed.
DC 17.
Great.
I fail anyway, but at least I rolled for it.
Do you know if they fail or succeed?
Yes.
The hag failed as well.
Favorite of Neppies.
Okay, that's also bad. And
You all get +4 to those saves because I'm near you.
Oh, well then I succeed. Which I wouldn't lie to you anyway.
I rolled a collective roll for the Nard card.
They all failed.
Got a 19.
So the nod card can
They all succeeded.
listen. It's not, but as the spell goes
But all
off,
the Calamity
as
Rain
the
all
spell
failed.
goes off, kind of without giving them a moment to like register that a spell has been cast, I'm gonna look at because he's like halfway through being like, I don't know what you're doing, but be like, why did you attack us?
I wanted to try and make you go slower. Fuck, why did I say that? Ugh.
Now,
And-
can we expect more of that in the future from you?
I don't know. I guess we'll see. It's a competition.
Kind of seeing that this red cap is doing it, I look to them. Which one of you made me mad?
You see the hag. Anti-Foxglove just smiles.
all right,
And
no.
I don't say a damn
We're
thing.
not
I
fighting.
clock that for later.
Listen,
Hey, if it happens again, I'm not gonna just make you tell the truth. I will pull it from you.
that is enough, all of you.
So they kind of stare. As they have all contributed to this bowl, they filled up very quickly, and nobody takes any exhaustion.
Nice.
There is a good chance we all have to work
Except for that
together.
goat that's somewhere in the world. That's my imagining is somewhere in the world, a goat just becomes super anemic. Anytime we say goes well, there's just a goat that goes, gets so dizzy
It
for
faints.
a moment. That's why fainting goats exist.
There will be a time for us all to compete. But at the core of this challenge is working together till we get to the vault. Working as individual groups will benefit none of us.
We might all be in competition, but we all want the best for the Feywild.
Speak for yourself.
You don't want the best for... You don't want the best for the Bedreamer Court.
I do. The best for them is not necessarily the best for all of you.
Is that Anti-Fox lives?
No, this is the red cap. The other two have not. Whipjack and Sir Hemlock have not spoken.
The best is subjective. But in the long run, finding this sword brings safety and sanctity to the side that needs it.
Very well. We have all contributed.
Does the portal arise?
Yeah, you see as it kind of fills up as Fozzie's the last one, the last
Fozzie.
bear, kind of fills it up. You watch as they get topped off. You see the stonework above start to knit itself back together as it almost appears as if stone is kind of growing out, completing the archway, and you see this kind of shimmer come down the whole archway.
I looked at Thistle. We're right behind you.
And you
All right.
watch as you're all standing there, there is kind of a boom, boom.
Does it look like there's water on the other side?
No, that
See
was
it kind of-
fucking Artemis sneaking through.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
I stepped through.
Wall of Thorns.
No, but I stepped through, and then I will do a perception check to see if I spot her
Okay.
moving.
She's invisible. Someone's got sea invisibility. Now's a good time.
That is a 27 perception.
Okay. As you come through, you see this. It's night, so there is only the kind of starlight and some moonlight, and you spot the kind of cracking of some branches around as you see these like 9 massive pine trees out in front of you that kind of almost form like a tower-like structure. But you see them kind of take off around the other side. And then you don't see the figure, but you see the kind of trail they left behind. You kind of hear it and sort of spot.
But I don't see them.
No, well, you see the kind of movement they're creating as they're moving around. As it's obviously a
All right.
creature that's lower to the ground.
As I see where they've moved, I am going to cast a 3rd level slow spell, which has a 40-foot cube within range.
Nice.
So I will cast it from where I saw the movement 40 feet in front.
Smart.
Uh,
Really smart.
And that's going to be a dexterity saving throw. Or is it wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
Save.
She's a ranger, I think.
I don't know what that means.
Ranger-esque.
Maybe. Oh.
Artemis come.
Sorry, you said wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw. Looking to beat a 17.
That is only a 13.
All right. So, -2 to AC and dexterity saving throws.
Jaguar failed too.
It can't use reactions on its turn. It can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's ability or magic items, it can't make more than one melee range attack. It also the speed is halved.
Oh dear.
Nice.
And then I'll say,
Artemis, I will drop the spell if you work with us. Or you have a disadvantage.
You just hear back from the kind of distance. Let's see what the next trial is. And go from there.
Will walk with us till then.
I'll be close by.
All right.
I'll drop the spell.
This is a hot day. I'm not going to be able to deal with it.
Everyone, we're all gonna come through.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody kind of comes through. You can see, as you come through, you can see there is a runestone, fairly prominent runestone, close to these kind of 9 pines.
Are they in a circle?
Yes, they are in a circle.
What does it say?
Yeah. So,
I'm gonna look at Miri because Mark's in his little goo cocoon and Miri's looking pretty rough. Because Harkoon said he could get Mark out, right? Because he said we'll get to the next spot and see what's good.
I mean,
Miri has plane shift.
but like logistically speaking, if we don't, maybe this is like an above table question, but like when Jess comes back next week, we might not be finished, and she could join us. That's the only thing I'm saying.
let's see what the trial is, and then we'll figure out what to do.
But I get that. Yeah.
We might just be able to hang back.
Right.
Just protect Mark, and
If things go wrong, get him out.
Okay.
the 3 of us got it.
You see Wraith comes over as well. If he... Mark, I assume, kind of gesturing toward Arkoon, or Johnny. If he needs to go back to Illume, Dashel can help.
He's not himself, obviously, and someone's doing their utmost to keep him safe, so there might be an idea. But do we want to leave him alone right now?
We'll leave Miri with him until we know more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Zane,
Oh my god.
looking at
Sup, Esper?
this goo cocoon.
He's absolutely just like
Yeah.
eyeing it up. He's very fascinated. What's up?
You have an interest in this,
Yeah, of course I do.
then keep him safe. For me, as a favor. You and I.
You will entrust his care to me? I will, Esper.
You have shown to me that you are an honorable man.
You have only ever shown me kindness.
I know.
When others around you have been so cruel.
Sucks.
It does sound like
Dude, why do I keep collecting successes? Fuck!
I'm gonna look at him and be like,
I
Remember,
don't know who you are.
your boss will not be pleased if something happens to him.
He's not my boss. We're best friends.
Thistle,
Eh,
please, as a favor to me.
I'm Thistle. We've met.
It's Thistle.
And-
Yeah, he looks different.
And for Miri.
And Miri looks over.
smiles at Miri.
I feel like Miri in that moment would actually go, "Hey Zane,
I'd be so impressed.
so impressed, but don't speak about it ever."
Remember, secret.
Ours is a silent love.
all right, what does this pillar say?
You know what's the best? You know what I just put together now? Is that this weird, cute little...
Is a love triangle.
with Mark and...
Is
no,
it a square?
but Zane hates Mark for reasons beyond, but now that he, like, if he ever found out that Mark and Miri were, like, somewhat...
It's a
it would
square.
crush him.
I feel like Harkoon is part of this.
Harkoon's
like,
in there somewhere,
Harkoon's
yeah.
the
It's
four-
messy.
It's a
It's like
diamond.
messy, dude.
It's a hexagon.
So you see the runestone. It says, the first pine grove was home to the great healers of the Trigon, said to draw their power from the 9 great hearts of the material plane.
Whoa.
The first children of the Feywild. Pine grove healers, often referred to as Dree, were vital to the success of the Trigon. Their understanding of healing gave them unique insight into the subtleties of life, death, and decay.
So Dree, D-R-I-E or D-R-E?
D-R-E-E.
Okay, so
Or actually, D-R-A-O-I is how you spell it, but it's pronounced Dree.
D-R-A-O-I?
That's some Gaelic shit right there.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude.
old Gaelic word. And then there is a riddle underneath.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to run through it. So the Dree were the great healers of the Feywild who were tasked with like overseeing the hearts, which were the first.
They were said to have drawn their power from the 9 great hearts of the material plane.
Which were the first children of the Feywild.
Yeah, that's what it says on here.
That's what it says on here that you wrote.
That's what it says on the runestone.
Oh, okay.
I just saw a picture of this runestone. I'm just channeling.
Dude,
I didn't write
He's
this.
like Tolkien.
I
He's
found
just found
Awful to go on walks.
I'm just translating. Okay.
Best part of Tolkien is that his whole thing was just like, I'm a historian.
Yeah, it's always real, man. Yeah.
Apparently he was a nightmare to go on walks with because he would just go on a walk and just stare at a tree for like an hour.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. He wrote the tree ents. Of course he can have a fucking ent.
He did.
He can speak in Entish for an hour.
There is another riddle.
Yee, lay it on me there, Carl.
Let's do it.
I to the east.
I?
I like.
Yes. A seed you'll need. With the first light comes the way. Breathe life to ignite the cycle eternal. But if the first flare ignites all the sky, all doors will die.
Can you copy paste that
I will
and send
send
it
it
to
to the
chat?
chat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll post it in the Discord.
If Tim's in chat right now, he'll drop it in there as well. Just looking at our last message, it's giving the custom in our. Okay, I to the east, a seed you'll need. With the first light comes the way. Breathe life to ignite the cycle eternal. But if the first flare ignites the sky, all doors will die.
Ignites all the sky.
Ignites all the sky.
All doors
Okay,
will
so if it's almost like
And it is nighttime. When you left,
Yeah.
it was not. It feels like middle of the night.
this feels like sun rises in the east. So if the first light, the pathway will open. But if the sun fully rises, all the doors will die. The doors will be gone. Breathe life.
The first flare, yeah, so full sunrise.
Once the sun has fully crossed the horizon.
The seed of dawn, yeah.
Yeah, a seed you'll need. I don't think the seed is about dawn. I think there's a something. There's a something we'll need. With the first light comes the way. Breathe life to ignite.
And you see all the other teams are kind of all huddled together, sort of talking it through as well.
Can
I do
I?
an investigation check on these 9?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Can I do?
No, I've already rolled.
Can I do rather than a investigation check? Can I kind of do a perception check? I just want to kind of get a sense of like noticing anything that's common amongst all of the trees, rather than zooming in like Esper is. I want to zoom out.
30.
30. Get downloaded into my brain.
Fucking rogue shit, baby.
Make your perception check.
Yeah. Do you want to help me with that one?
Perception. I can,
Mary will give you a guidance.
yeah, I
Thank
can help
you.
you with that.
Okay. That's pretty good. 18 plus 8 is going to be 26.
Okay. So the first thing you see, these 9 beautiful tall pine trees kind of stand before you in a small grove, forming a kind of tower because you see their branches are sort of interwoven, and their trunks are massive. Like think, large redwood pines.
Oh, that's cool imagery.
Huge.
For anyone who's God Killer.
And around the ground is full of beautiful, like large wildflowers. They're all kind of closed up at the moment as it is nighttime. And you can also see very large pine cones litter the ground. Massive fucking pine cones. And you can see sort of beyond this grove, there's the kind of clearing around it, and then it's very dense forest beyond that. Almost, it would seem impassable. It seems like this is a secluded spot. You would see on each of these large trees, there is druidic writing on each one. You can see as you kind of pull Thistle over to kind of translate, you can see a name on each of them. The Yasil. The Styrka.
Styrka.
Styrka. The Heartwood. The Hazewood. The Numa Wood.
N-U-M.
Neuma Wood. The Labyrinth of Glass.
G-A.
The Keyless Expanse. Kylis. The Fury Wood. And the Jade Sea.
I love that I know so much about this world, and I only know about half of those.
Well, I have Heartwood and Yasil.
Yes.
Well, Yasil is recovering.
Is recovering.
Don't you also have
No.
yours?
I have mine.
Yeah. But that's from the Feywild.
Yeah,
That's
but
'cause
I have
that's part of
Heartwood.
The Heartwood,
The
Heartwood.
Bruiselgrind is.
You have
the Styrka.
the Halfwood,
Oh, the Halfwood.
which you can
was descendant of the what was left.
you
of
can.
the-
I'll allow you to make a history check at advantage because
You have it in your chest. Yeah, this is rolling like shit.
I rolled.
somebody
two
would
fives.
surely have given you guidance. Miri surely wouldn't have
Absolutely.
given you guidance.
Well, you can give himself guidance. It's a 3.
9.
9. Okay.
You gotta just give it to him. He's got the heart in his chest, Tim.
There, it takes you a little bit, but upon reflection, you would know that as you kind of dig into it, and it takes you like 10 minutes of really sort of sitting with this, but you put together that the Styrka is the ancient name for the Halfwood. The Halfwood is after it was partially destroyed, it became known as the Halfwood, but before that, its kind of ancient name was the Styrka.
In my investigation, looking east, can I find anything that looks like it would direct sunlight in a specific location? So like any like formations in the branches that kind of create like a hole that if the sun's shining through, it'll create like a shadow.
You can see through the canopy at the top. You can see starlight. So you can see all around. It is fairly clear in that sort of ring around these 9 pines. There's probably, 100 feet before you get to the kind of woods that is all clear of canopy. So whatever sunlight comes up from the east would kind of shine through most of this ring.
Can I walk up to because this Yasil, Styrka, and Heartwood are all next to one another, right?
Yes, Seal,
walk
Styrka,
up-
Heartwood.
And stand by them and see if I feel any like resonating in the hearts in my chest with these specific pines. I want to know if these pines are like the parents of those woods, like where did they take these big pine cones to the material plane and the woods grew from these trees?
I want you to make a wisdom check at advantage. So just roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier.
At advantage, you said. There we go. Wisdom modifier. That's a 23.
So as you stand near them, you do feel this kind of resonance with these trees. But the other thing you notice is beyond just the tree itself, because you would know you've never seen a pine tree in the Yasil. I mean, you haven't seen the whole Yasil, but it's not necessarily a tree you would associate with the Yasil. Certainly, yes, with the Stirka, and you haven't been to the Heartwood.
No, because the heart was under the water.
No, that was the
Stirka.
That was the Stirka.
That was the Stirka. Okay.
That was the Stirka.
But I have Heartwood, don't I? I have the heart of the Heartwood.
No, I don't think so. You have the heart of the Bristlecone.
I thought I had.
You have the
Heartwood.
bristlecone
And
and
the
the
Stirka.
Stirka.
Okay, I thought I had Heartwood.
The Heartwood is
Wolfar.
is in Wolfar, and that's the one that's being lit up.
Oh,
That's the one that's
that.
being burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
okay,
but
okay.
the
Halfwood, your seal, and Bristlecone are in you.
Yeah.
Your seal's not in me. It's recovering.
It's recovering,
recovering.
in
Oh,
somewhere
in
else
the
on the field.
Bristlecone.
Yes.
Did we take it to the Bristlecone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put a knife in a tree.
But the thing that you notice as you kind of look is you notice the vegetation around that tree is very reminiscent of plants you've seen in the Yasil, and you start to notice that the earth itself around that tree it almost looks as if that
If it's rooted in.
the roots have come through.
That's cool.
So there is some kind of like a connection through its roots that have planted it there, even though it is growing in whatever this place is. Its roots reach into those places.
Seeing a seed you'll need. I'm gonna go around and I want to see if there is like a pine cone I can take from each of these trees, because I'm assuming that like a seed you'll need, like maybe a seed from each.
Okay. Make a nature check.
Okay, we'll try.
Does it mean a seed you'll need is in like a tiny bit of light, or does
That's
it
what I
mean
was
like an
thinking.
actual physical seed? Because my thought was basically it's saying, look east, and as dawn is cresting,
Just, okay.
A seed of light.
a seed
Yeah.
of light.
That was my
And
interpretation.
Okay.
If you
But
wait
it also
too
could be
late,
a literal seed.
If you wait till the light You know-
What does this breathe life to ignite?
Heal something.
I think it literally just means say the word life.
Or grow it, or try and make this stuff grow. Like can
My thinking behind the healing is because they were renowned like the fact that it talks about how renowned healers they were. That
that's
really
smart.
leans me towards them being like breathe life, which is
breathe life. Yeah, it's like heal something. Yeah, okay. In any case, I got a 19
Yeah.
on my nature check.
You find most of the pine cones look the same. These trees are effectively the same type of tree.
Right.
They're all these kind of large redwood pines, or similar, not exactly redwood pines, but they're these large pine trees. So all of the pine cones look basically the same.
Do we get a sense that we could rest here?
Yeah, you definitely know that it's going to be at least a few hours before dawn.
A short rest.
So yeah, you definitely have time for a short rest. And you see the other groups are making little camps.
Yeah. Let's short rest around a pine cone, just in case.
Well, I think, okay, so here's my theory, is that I think you have to heal a pine cone.
Yeah,
I think you have to heal a pine cone, or like a spell like plant growth, or like bloom, or like something like that would...
Oh god, none of that.
A druid who's bad with plants, it's fine.
what's staff of thorns have? Entangle? Plant growth?
Spike growth.
All the thorny stuff.
Growth's
that's it.
growth, dude.
But yeah, I think when we have to like
Yeah, I
make
can
a
see that
seed
being.
grow, right, like literally as light cress. I don't think we're gonna long rest. I think...
Reckon you probably don't have. Well, I mean, if you were gonna hit the sunrise, you
No,
probably-
I mean, but if we're seeing any other groups setting up for a long rest, we're not doing that. We are setting up for a short rest.
Could I roll? This is deceptive, so I would have to roll deception. Or
Dreve is absolutely laying out of bed.
yeah,
roll.
can I make it look
I'll
like
help you with that. I'm Christian in deception.
we are setting up to sleep to try and like
Sure.
get the others to do the
Okay,
same?
make a deception, and then I'm also going to have you make a performance check.
I can help you on the deception check. That's all I've got.
Amir's gonna guidance me.
Remind me again, who was Artemis Con representing?
The Lord of the Hunt.
Lord of the Hunt.
25 for the deception. And then
You can have the performance at advantage because of the high deception.
that's better.
Is that a D12 or a D20?
This one's a D20.
Oh.
The other one's a
D12 from
D12.
I'm rolling D12s all night.
I only want to watch roll a natural 12. That's it. 18 plus performance. It's a 22.
22. So yeah, it looks pretty convincing. You set up like you're gonna sleep, and you see some of the other groups sort of like side-eyeing.
My reasoning behind this is because I think I am
Guard
convinced-
starts setting up tents.
Amazing. I am convinced that they're going to take our lead in a lot of things because we were the first ones to get there and solve the puzzle. So I get the sense that they're probably looking over at us to see what we're doing. So we're kind of setting the tone.
Yeah.
So making it look like it's
Done.
set the tone.
Then it seems
Hey,
like
boys?
the Nard Guard has
Boys?
certainly fallen for it.
Wow, I feel bad about that.
But you do see Jackson is sitting up, kind of on watch.
I'm gonna before I take my short rest, I'm gonna have like a little. I'm gonna walk out, sort of, so I go behind where I'm obscured from others' view.
Sure. Yeah, everyone's kind of spread out a little bit,
Yeah.
but there is a little area.
I'll hide behind one, like step behind one of the big trees.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit obscured,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go.
Artemis, I know you can hear me.
Doesn't
Same.
respond.
Let's have a talk.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, if anyone else thinks that they should be
Natural 20.
Whoa!
You just feel a hand on your shoulder right behind you. What do you want to talk about? And for the first time, you get a proper look at her outside of the podium. You can see this older Eladrin woman, looks like a huntress. You can see kind of crow's feet. She's quite tall, a little shorter than you, but quite muscular, like sinewy. And you can see her jaguar is just at her side.
When you say what is the life expectancy of people like this?
Eladrins live a long time. That it can be up to thousands of years,
All right.
depending on their lifestyle.
Do I recognize her from any of my time spent as a tree or a bear?
Whoa.
Make a history check
Whoa.
at advantage. I was thrown at advantage tonight.
Because you're a cool DM.
There's
It also makes sense.
There's only three of us.
There's only three. Okay.
Fuck, we need it.
15.
15. She does look familiar.
From which time?
From when you were a tree?
I remember you.
What do you mean?
You used to walk the bristlecone. Many years ago.
It was a long time ago.
It's been a long time since it's been around.
What were you doing in the bristlecone?
I was one of the bristlecone. I am the last of the bristlecone.
I see. You're a tree come to life. Well, how do you like it?
It's different. It's so free. And it's both a blessing and a curse.
How so?
Sometimes the ability to choose is wonderful. Sometimes not having to choose is better. There are few who could succeed at this that I would trust with this sword. if I can't be the one who wields it, you are the only other I would trust.
You don't even know me. But you are a good judge of character.
I know you work alone.
I'm not alone.
Well,
She smiles.
you work with a small group. We could help each other.
How so?
I don't think this can be done alone. I think we all need to work together. But there are some who will make that more complicated.
Yes, I agree.
Do you have any idea what we are looking for here?
They're all around you. Just make sure you have one in the morning. Where is your animal companion?
Protecting a friend. It's been a long time since I've seen him.
Yes. I could tell by the scratch marks on your armor.
He's a good boy.
I'd like to meet him one day.
I am kind of seeing someone.
That's all right.
All right, as long as you know.
Is the moon here? I look up.
You can see some moonlight, yeah. You can see just the edges.
I need the nice dice rolled anyway.
I'm gonna do some shiesty shit. Well, let's roll the nice dice.
Please, you gotta
Who's gonna roll them? You're gonna roll them?
Obviously.
Can NPCs roll the nice dice against us?
Completely.
Like-
Only one
What is
NPC,
it?
and I won't say which one.
What's the number that I'm?
The median of 69.
It's not 69, it's 54.
Out of, yeah, I know it. It's out of 54, so
27.
you want to try to beat 27. That's always the goal.
God, they're awful looking dice.
I know.
It's unbelievable
They're so
how
uncomfortable.
shitty they are.
5,
So awkward.
14, 21, 22, 23.
Oh!
No dice.
Cheers. Well, perhaps when this is all over, we can go for another walk.
That would be lovely.
It'd be nice to spend some time with someone my age.
I'm going to.
Listen.
I'm gonna put my hand on their shoulder, and I am gonna cast freedom of movement.
Make sure that if it becomes apparent that I might not be able to take the sword for myself, that you get there.
I won't be far behind.
All right.
Here, take this. She gives you a single good berry.
Put it in my pocket, and I will go back to the rest of the group.
Well, this is happening. Oh, you're gonna do some shiesty shit, and
I'm gonna make sure that we're camping on the east side of the glaive.
Okay, yep.
And I'm going to be like,
You see Calamity Rain is not too far away.
I'm locked in. I want to be using all of my like expertise, just watching the first inkling of light. I'm casting Pass Without a Trace to occlude the light for the rest of them. I'm going to create a well of shadow
That's
on
fun.
the eastern side of the glaive.
We have to work together. You do not fucking listen.
Listen, do we have to work together with Calamity Rain? No.
We have to all work
I don't
together.
think that's the case. I think we could use some help from people like you're getting the good ones.
Anti-Foxglove is cooking something. It smells delicious.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Sir Hemlock is brushing.
Listen, I've experienced nugs. No.
Sir Hemlock is brushing his mossy horse.
Is that a euphemism?
You can go over and ask. You see the Whipjack is...
Whipjack's the icy gentleman.
Yeah, he's just cleaning his fingernails. And Billy Barber is just sharpening his scythe. It looks crazy. He's so skinny, too. Like, he's just, like...
Listen, we're not trying to stop them, but getting a slight head start would be favorable to us.
Yeah.
Put a pine cone in the middle of us.
I think Shy would have grabbed 9, like one from each. And I make sure everyone has one. Just everyone has one in their hand. And I'm gonna go sit down next to wherever Johnny Biltwrong is sitting.
Okay. You also watch as one of the bears walks by, and kind of gives you like a nod, like a.
Which one? Which bear?
It's Patty.
I
Patty kind of like walks by, like looks like, and he he notices your pine cone in the center, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm just looking for one of these." And he picks up the pine cone and it's like, okay, and he heads back to the group. And you watch them all sort of huddle around.
It's so funny. Is Zane sitting with Mark as well?
Zane has gone back to
the Nard Guard.
The Nard Guard because he's
'cause
sort
they're
of
all
not
sleeping.
sure what you want.
When
He's
when things go bad, I want him covering Mark, but he can stick with the Nard Guard for now. Who are, I'm assuming,
Taking a
except
long
for Jackson,
rest.
entirely asleep.
yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
Nard just spread out in the middle. Thanks, buddy.
I'm gonna.
Drooling.
He's also they've set up their camp near on the other side of Calamity Rain, and Nard is like the closest to them. It's very bloody. It's just like
He's ready to go.
he's ready.
The man wants his Valhalla so bad. I go and I sit down next to Johnny. Actually, I'm gonna sit right in front of Johnny.
Yeah,
Biltwrong.
Johnny is kind of sitting sort of cross-legged. Looks like almost like in a meditative stance.
I reach out and I put a pine cone, like as close to the goo without touching the goo as I can.
Okay. So the eyes open at once.
I say out loud. Thank you for keeping Mark safe. Does he speak out louder in my head?
In your head.
Oh fuck, creepy.
You're welcome. He means a great deal to me as well.
Yeah, and to us as well. I realize we haven't talked yet,
No, I don't think we have.
but you were one of the reasons why I could find my mama. So, I owe you a thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I entirely trust you. But I trust that you'll keep Mark safe.
Good.
Okay. You're gonna need one of those. If I don't know if you need 2, one for you and one for Mark, but make sure you have one in the morning.
All right. I will follow your lead.
Okay.
I'm sorry I won't be as much help in this form as you're used to.
You are helping.
Yes. I meant in a more combative sense.
Well, Mark's got a lot of fight in him, and if you're the one who's fighting that fight right now, then that's enough.
I'm just trying to quell his hunger as best I can.
I may need that jug back.
Yeah, I'll go get it for you.
Fuck you, Tim, trying to take away the alchemy jug. I'm just sitting there drinking goat's blood. Trying to kiss that fucking jug mouth.
Gross. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Do you want him to come find you?
Yes. If he can. I don't know if I can be found.
Something real bad must have happened for you to be put away, huh?
People were afraid. Fear drives people to do extreme things.
Yeah. Part of me wondered whether it was like self-imprisonment for a time like, but I don't think so, so.
I don't think so either. But that part of my memory is not fully intact, so I don't know.
Right.
But I cannot imagine doing this to myself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I want you to know that if you start to lose a hold on Mark, I don't think you will. You're very strong and very powerful, obviously. All you gotta do is ask for help, and I'll do that no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't want to, like, have to pin Johnny to the ground, but I will if I have to.
I only have a very tenuous grasp. The construct is of Mark's doing. Something in his subconscious. I'm merely guiding.
I think Mark's needed someone to guide him, or at least know that he could turn to somebody for a really long time, and not just like a friend. I know he cares very deeply for his dad, but I don't think he feels like his dad could ever understand. And knowing that he lost his mama, I think you feel a very specific role in his life. He trusts you. That's very clear.
We have an understanding.
He's been saying. So I'm grateful for that.
As am I.
I also grew up without a lot of people to lean on, so it's good of you.
If you find more basins, you may be able to connect more deeply with your heritage.
Like me being a Triton.
Memories from your ancestors may give you insight into who you are.
You, the last basin I saw was in, I believe it was that one in Dathia.
It was different.
Right. They blocked stuff away from you.
Yes. It had been transformed in a way. It had been used by a bloodline So I believe the memories all spawned from a single bloodline.
The Argentis family.
Yes.
I read their family history.
But it crossed over many families, not just the Argentis family. My guess is that one of their ancestors may have been present when the memory was shattered.
Really?
Perhaps. It's just a theory.
Of
Well, that's...
So the memories in that basin were not connected to a broader consciousness of the world.
just theirs.
Just that bloodline.
I understand. That's,
Passed on.
thank you for telling me that.
Like I said, it's just a theory.
Well, sometimes theories are all you have
Mm-hmm.
when things are missing. And you gotta find them.
Yes.
The last time you, or the Bisons showed me something, it was, I think, a grandmother or great-grandmother of mine in what I'm assuming was Lucia. So, I think I have to go there. Are there Bisons on other planes or just the material plane?
I believe there are some that have been pulled through to other planes.
Okay.
They are more difficult to feel,
Yeah.
but I can sense that there are parts of me beyond the material plane.
So, if we find those, and you or this version of you or Mark connects with those Bisons, then you'll be able to start piecing that back together.
Yes. With each basin you find, I'm able to unlock more. And with that, I'm able to help Mark realize his full potential.
Okay. Well, you've been good to us so far, except for that one time we got your mind virus. So, if I find one on the water plane or wherever we are, okay?
All right. I'm glad we have an understanding.
I'd encourage you to take time with everyone in the group, if you can, because we all have our own relationships with Mark. And we've seen not just how he's grown, that realizing of his potential, but what being connected to you does, for better or for worse. I know you care about him, and I think it would be good, maybe, to take initiative, because if Mark's ultimate goal is to free you, he's gonna need our help. And nobody should go into that with eyes closed. And nobody should go in just blindly following Mark because we love him, because we would. We should do it because we want to do it for you.
You raise an interesting point. I will take this into consideration.
Well, I've had my choices taken away from me a lot lately. And I would like that to stop happening. So, yeah, trying to set us all up for success, I guess.
Indeed.
If I say your name in my head Do I get the mind virus, or is that just when I say it out loud?
I think you may be immune. You're aware of me.
Yeah.
When people hear my name, it sparks something deep within their ancestral memory. I believe that all have a desire to remember, a desire to understand. It is not a virus, as you say, but rather an instinct. People want to know.
Yeah.
And it's infectious.
Curiosity's infectious. So, makes a lot of sense. Feels
But
good
it's-
to learn things.
You're right. But in some, it can spark obsession, fanaticism. Those creatures that worship at the basins.
What are they called?
I've never given them a name. I remember them being referred to as spawn or sea spawn. Sometimes they've been referred to as scum.
By you.
No, never by me. But they are those who become obsessed and fanatical about remembering, seeing the past, and it warps them.
So you mean they were like regular people once?
Yes.
Kraken's deep. That's
It can become intoxicating.
yeah, makes sense. I mean, I watched my mama mainline and a ley line.
Yes. Anything done to an extreme can be harmful.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried to walk a path of moderation of some kind, but I don't know how well that goes for me. I tend to be everything or nothing. So,
Yes. Life is a rich tapestry.
yeah. Okay, well, thank you, Harkoon. It's nice to actually talk to you.
You as well, Honiah.
You're like the only person who actually uses my full name, so that's pretty nice. So, okay, well, take care, I guess.
And you watch as the eyes close.
And as Thistle's off talking to Artemis, I kind of just go sit back down, not like directly beside Esper, but would be close by.
Esper's just like watching the horizon, just ready.
All right, few hours go by.
Yep. I took a short rest. I rolled some hit dice. I also regained all of my focus points back.
Okay.
I didn't get hit.
Yeah.
But I did get my
You
counter.
start to see the sky kind of change that pre-dawn light.
So past that trace lasts an hour.
Yeah, it hasn't come up yet, but it's coming.
No, I know, but like the fact that I'm seeing it coming up, I'm going to put a shadow on us that will hopefully occlude some of the light for the next hour, which gives us at least a little bit of a head start.
Will you be able to see when the sun?
Where are you putting the pass without a trace?
On us.
So
so we're
we're
camped
cloaked in shadow that we can't see the sun?
No. Everyone looking in at us, it gives us higher stealth, but we can look out of it. So it doesn't
Okay.
affect our ability to perceive ourselves.
Okay.
So yeah, you see as the kind of first rays of light start to trickle through the tops of the like just over the edges of the canopy and start to hit the trees, you start to see the outline of a door appear on the bottom of the trees. Kind of rounded door.
On all of them, so 9 doors.
Yep.
Do we have a preference?
I
I
would
think there's
say
a right answer.
read the riddle again. To breathe life. The first.
You watch as the other team start rushing towards the doors. You see the bears are just pounding on the door.
We should pick the first flare. But if the
The
first
cycle eternal.
the cycle eternal.
We'd like to ignite the cycle eternal. Where did it start? What's the first one? What's the
First one you looked at was the Yes Hill, but it's a circle, so.
No. I'm saying this might be a Thistle question.
Was there a forest that
Was there a first forest?
Not that you know of.
The cycle eternal. Seed you'll need, which we have the pine cones. With the first light comes the way. Breathe life to ignite. Maybe we have to heal the pine cones.
I think so. No. I think. Do we want to just go through the half-wood because that's the one that you have the heart of?
The strika or the strika?
Styrka.
The styrka, sorry.
I don't.
Do you think there's a specific door we have to choose?
I think there's a specific door. I think there's a.
You start to hear something just like a.
Something's coming.
Awful.
Something is coming. We need to pick a door. The sight. Breathe life to ignite.
I'm going to place my hand on the Styrka door and cast just 5
On the
points
door?
of- 5 points of lay on hands.
Okay, nothing happens.
Okay, so what my thinking is that the
You
cycle.
did that to the door, right?
The cycle eternal. Okay, I'm gonna cast a first level healing word into the seed.
Okay, so you watch as the pine cone, you watch that radiant energy kind of swirl around as you see a sapling start to emerge. And as it does, you watch as this small wooden squirrel flies by and grabs the pine cone and skitters off onto the ground. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Hey, we gotta follow the squirrel.
Squirrel stole your nut.
We gotta go chase that squirrel. We will be back with after a very quick intermission. What?
I've had a thought. I'll talk about you.
Okay, talk about it at the break. We will be back after a very quick intermission. Take this opportunity to type !monument in the chat to head on over to join their Fantasy Plus, which is an incredible new TTRPG music app. You can use the code Blackwater to get 90 days free trial. It's like 6,000 tracks of music for your TTRPG games. Like, go.
Do it now.
Go now.
Go. 3
we will
months
be-
for free.
Let's
3
sign
months
up.
for free.
Open
No.
another tab.
Open another
Literally
tab.
nothing.
Sign
to
up.
lose.
You have 10 minutes. Go do this. While you're doing that, grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a beverage, and we'll see you soon as a squirrel has stolen our pinecone nut. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.
Bye.
We'll see you soon for part.
There comes a time in everyone's life where they must choose, weighing the options before them to help them carve a path ahead. These decisions are often fraught and complicated, especially when the allure of power sits just outside your grasp. What would you do if told that you were meant to change the world? Would you carry your title proud and strong? Would you eschew your role, shying away from your foretold purpose? And how do you do that if it means challenging everything you thought you knew about your morals, your heritage, and most of all, the way you love? With the great divine war just behind us, we find two mortals on the cusp of divinity, grappling with what it means to be truly human. Deeply flawed beings in a deeply flawed world on the precipice of the unknown.
I'm Gina Susanna, and I'm playing Ever Halassian. And I'm not the God Killer.
I'm Yanis Vessels, and I'm playing Rake, the Void in Flight. And I am not the God Killer. Not yet.
This BlackwaterDnD podcast series is Balance. My name is M. Carlson, and once again, I'll be your god, or your game master. While this game is still a duet, we've decided to expand our horizons and broaden the universe of our cradle, and we'll be welcoming new voices to our table as beloved characters throughout the story. This tale takes us back, long before the end of the universe, to a time where we begin to explore and understand old divine wounds that run so very deep, and what happens when love is caught in the middle. So bring your talons, your incense, and your family secrets, because you're gonna need it. Godkiller Balance, sponsored by Hero Forge and Moonbeam, comes soon to wherever pods are cast. Until then, heretics, be safe.
trouble and you don't know what to do. Gotta call Blackwater and they'll kick some ass for you. So pull up a chair because you're welcome at the table. Come watch us save the multiverse. So turn up the TV and come watch some D&D. Blackwater will roll some dice for you.
I'm okay with that.
All right. So you watch as this tiny wooden squirrel grabs your pine cone, kind of scampers off about 10 feet away and looks at you.
We follow him.
I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative.
I just said I'm gonna cast.
He did say I'm gonna cast right before you said
Initiative essentially started with it taking you.
Oh, but I'm gonna roll a low initiative like I always do. That is so cocked. That's not bad.
I rolled poorly with the squirrel.
Tim, if my initiative is higher than Yanis's, can Yanis have my initiative and I'll take his?
No, dude.
Fuck.
25 to 20. 20 to 15.
18.
17. Damn it!
16.
Shy.
Oh, I gotta roll for Miri, fuck.
Yeah.
Whoop. Yeah,
Cleric.
that makes sense.
What was yours? 16?
Mine was 16. Miri's is 5.
Can we say that Johnny acts on Miri's as well?
Yes. But he's probably not going to.
Well, I meant like when she moves, he moves.
Yeah.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Just like that.
When I move, you move. Just like that. All right.
Referencing.
It's a song.
This guy.
This fucking guy.
I'm Australian.
That
I don't
doesn't
have
mean
music
anything.
down here.
It's too dangerous. All right. Shy, you act first as this thing is about 10 feet away from you.
Seeing that Thistle has already moved his hands, starting to cast, I'm going to hold my action until Thistle goes. I am going to move 5 feet ahead,
Okay.
and then I am going to hold my action.
Tim,
Yeah.
how smart would you say this? How intelligent would you say this squirrel is?
I'm not sure. You know, general squirrels, not that smart.
Okay.
This squirrel made of wood could be smart.
I'm gonna cast Animal Friendship
Okay.
on this here squirrel. So
Watch as it kind of cocks its head.
this spell lets you convince the beast that you mean it no harm. The spell, otherwise the beast must succeed a Wisdom saving throw. Oh, you have to do a Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration.
Okay. All right, kind of cocks its head at you. Doesn't run away. Do you move any closer?
I'm gonna sort of say,
All right, little guy. Are you showing us where to go?
Kind of nibbles on the pine cone a little bit.
is it trying to eat the sapling?
Looks like it.
I'm gonna need that back.
Do you walk closer to him?
Yeah.
Okay. How close do you get?
As close so that I can put it in my hand.
Okay. He does not put it in your hand. You get up to him, though.
I'm gonna take it from him.
You try to take it from him. I'm going to need you to make an athletics check.
Okay. To be fair, he is charmed by me.
You're right.
Okay. Athletics.
Until you try to harm him.
Pinecone is harming.
Just, hey,
He's rolling at disadvantage.
just because your dog loves you doesn't mean it's gonna give
Just
you
for
back
this
a chew
first
toy.
21.
7.
Take it back.
You start to pull it. He's still holding on to it. This needs multiple successes to pull this thing away from him, but you have the first success. So you do manage to kind of start to pull it, but he still has a grip on it, but you have started that process. You have one success. You need 3.
I held my action.
You're too far away from the squirrel to try and grab it.
That's
you
fine.
can't move.
That's fine.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm not going to hurt the squirrel. But
You do hear from the other side of the tree, "Kill the squirrel! Kill him!"
what I am going to do is I'm going to take my action, to put a fog cloud behind us.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm gonna. So, like, if there's that kind of, Esper's got the pass without trace up on us, so we're obscured kind of around this way. I'm gonna put a fog, like I'm just gonna kind
The
of.
Magnolia Marauders can't see anything.
I'm gonna go that way.
He's around my hooves. All right, it is Esper's turn.
I'm gonna reach into my bag, pull out some of my rations, which anyone who's gone hiking knows.
It's full of trail mix.
Gorp, man. Gorp has nuts in it for sure. Pull out a bit of nut. I'm looking at it. Drop it.
Make an animal handling check, my friend.
No persuasion? Damn.
It's absolutely animal handling. If ever there was an animal handling.
You're right. That's a 13.
Okay.
Listen, you're right is the most D&D player.
Listen, you're correct.
I'm going to roll for the DC. He rolled a natural 20. He hisses at you.
He hates raisins just like everybody else.
Raisins are good
I
in
love
Gaul.
raisins.
They give you extra energy for the day.
Okay, the squirrel is going to try to pull back and loosen your grip and take away that success. So it's going to make an athletics check. It's still, you have
Contested?
still charmed it. So it's
Contested athletics.
contested athletics. It has disadvantage because it is still charmed by you. You haven't hurt it.
You might have a bonus
Not
action
great.
I didn't
It's
use.
15.
14.
Okay, so he yanks it back. And he scampers off another 15 feet.
Dirty son of a bitch.
Bing, 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 bing. It's Miri's turn. Miri is now 25 feet away from it.
Does Mary have hold person or hold creature? Oh, she doesn't have
Would
hold
that
monster.
destroy the charm though?
Not necessarily, because you aren't harming it. I think I'd have to look at animal friendship.
It says you or one of your companions
I think you have to designate.
harms the target.
Yeah. Well, then yeah.
What does she have?
But
I've
that's
got
not
a
necessarily
really,
harm.
really dumb idea.
No, don't do it.
Please. It's
Well-
so funny.
No.
Do it.
Don't hurt it.
Absolutely.
Tim told me to do it. Listen,
Don't hurt the thing. We're trying to work together.
no, trust, you'll love this. Thistle, you're gonna love this. Miri's gonna pray a little bit to Nadari because it's all about trickery. Then she's gonna cast polymorph on herself to become a sexy squirrel. Just like a fucking very sexy squirrel. Fucking alluring. She's gonna hit that polymorph and be
Roll
like,
that nice.
She's gonna Pepe Le Pew the squirrel.
listen, dude, I looked at the spell list, that was all I could find.
The DC is 20 because you're a
Okay.
sexy squirrel.
How thick is this? Describe the cake
So
on this
much
squirrel.
cake.
How caked up is this squirrel?
You're looking to be 27.
No, just a 20 on this one.
Oh.
Because he's a sexy squirrel.
24.
Whoa!
Hey! That's
You
what I
see
rolled.
the squirrel, the
Yeah,
wooden
exactly.
squirrel. You see its jaw drop.
Aruga.
It's like it's sort of like was the
Now, if its jaw dropped, would not the thing it was holding in its mouth?
It's got it in its, its little claws, but it does kind of set it down. So that is absolutely a success. All right, so you have one success. It is back to the top of the order. It is Shy's turn.
Okay, I am while it's put
Sometimes my
it
notes
down.
It's got a hand on it, but it's only at its side.
And it's looking at
Sometimes
Miri.
my notes
I would love
startling.
to either use a stealth check or a sleight of hand check
Sure.
to try and sneak around and try and
Sure.
take it.
All right, you can do.
If it's a stealth check, I do get +10 on this because we are on paths. of
You
Undead.
absolutely
true.
are. Yeah, so make a stealth check first to get around, and then if you succeed on your stealth check, then you'll have advantage on the sleight of hand to try to grab it.
Okay, that is going to be
Perception is-
11 plus 10 is 21, is 31 for my stealth.
I rolled a 2 for perception. He's so focused on the sexy squirrel.
And then advantage on my sleight of hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, my notes are like a crazy person's ramblings.
They are. As the person who sits next to you, yes, they are. It's going to be a 25.
Yeah, absolutely. That's your second success. You get your hand on it and you start to move it away. Hasn't seemed to notice yet. So you're like pulling it away. All right, it is Thistle's turn.
All right.
You have 2 successes so far.
Come on, Thistle.
I'm gonna take this pinecone back,
You just walk right up.
walk right up and pick it up.
You separate the two.
Just holding them by their little scruffs.
Yeah.
Hey,
What, athletics?
Yeah, if you want to just finally, like, you're sort of pushing him away from it. So yeah, I'll say it.
there-
Miri's doing that thing where her tail's up and she's peeking around it.
Can I do?
I need art. Give me art. You know what
can
to
I do.
do.
A survival?
Sure. Yeah, because you're kind of handling the squirrel
Yeah.
in a naturious
Oh,
animal. You're sort of
not
Handling like an animal handling.
Not good. 12.
Okay. You rolled a natural 20, and he just goes, "Bah!" and his tiny little finger goes up.
Hey, it is charmed by me.
It
Nice.
is charmed, but it did not like that. It's like you're blocking Miri.
Okay, 1 success again. Gosh, darn it.
No.
So it's back.
No, it didn't set you back.
Oh.
If you'd rolled a natural 1, then it would have set you back. But it just did not succeed.
Okay,
So you have 2. It's Asper's turn.
let's go, Esper. Let's go. You got it.
You just stab.
Dude, I could ceremony and like marry these 2 squirrels and have +1 to their AC.
Is ceremony take an hour to cast?
Oh, fuck me. Oh no, command is humanoid. Wait.
Just take it. You don't need to cast a spell. Just pick up the fucking pine cone.
Yeah, but it's fun when you're a sexy squirrel.
There's so much.
Esper's
It's
not,
not
a sexy
Miri, it's
squirrel.
Esper.
Yeah, I'll just try and take it. I'll try to be stealthy about it though.
Okay, so yeah, you can make a stealth check as well.
As he looks at Thistle and throws the thing, I'm like dipping to the other side.
He's protecting sexy.
And you got past
Miri's.
without a trace.
I do. I rolled badly.
Is it still like 25?
He rolled a 19 for his perception.
27.
Okay,
I rolled a
so
4.
You still managed to. I can't lose.
Fully got roll under a 20.
Yeah. You absolutely get around him. So it's advantage for your sleight of hand check.
Okay.
To kind of help. You basically, this is what's happening. Shy is taking it, and you're slipping another pine cone into his hand,
I love that.
like Indiana Jones.
It's a 22 total.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's only a 15 for his perception on that. So yeah, you just totally get it in. He doesn't even know he's so fixated on sexy Miri.
I've put that nut that I offered him, and I've put it in one of the ridges of the pine cone.
As you get the sapling back, what would you like to do? We can be out of initiative.
Yeah.
We'll run to the trees and see if it does anything.
Sounds
to the
good.
doors.
Miri scampers back. He runs off into the tree, into the like thick forest with the pine cone that you switched out.
Thinking he's made off with it.
Exactly.
Miri obviously goes through the rigmarole of
Yeah,
breaking
yeah,
up with him.
Yeah,
it's a whole. Yeah.
It's a whole
There's
thing.
alimony. They have to divvy
The
their
rain
assets.
is coming down on the window. Their children are distraught.
Creating cost, create water over them.
The fog. There's just a forlorn look of when will my husband come home from sea. Like.
As you come up with the sapling that is continuing to grow in your hands, and you see the light is kind of cresting over. The sun has not quite fully risen yet, but it's getting very close. The door kind of
Which
opens
tree?
in the middle. You were at the Stirka, right?
Yeah.
The Stirka tree
Cool.
opens up.
Great.
All right.
You see some of the other teams equally struggling with this. You can hear the bears shouting, "Paddy!"
I need to, as what are the other teams doing? As
Yeah,
we're,
you
like,
see Dreve. The squirrel is inside Dreve. I have him inside of me. Don't worry, he cannot. Bring him to the tree. As he's like slurping towards the tree.
Please tell me what Pouchy the Mick is doing this point.
Pouchy is trying to bite the tail as it kind of like drops out of Dreve. Like Pouchy wants to eat the squirrel.
Like,
100%.
is there any team that seems to be like trying to corral the squirrel like we did?
Yes, you see the
I'm
Magnolia
going-
Marauders are sort of very gently trying
As
to.
we're going through the door, I'm going to thunderous smite onto my shield just to create a massive thunder explosion in the thing to startle any wild creature. I'm essentially just gunshot in the middle just to make the worst fucking really set off the.
You see that one like as like a beak is like right about to like get it, and it just like stands straight up and darts off between his legs. It's like fuck! And he looks
Now go.
and you see the Calamity Rain.
They kill their squirrel?
The squirrel has been impaled by an ice knife.
Oh, God.
As you see, they've taken it back up and headed towards another tree.
The red cap's just eating.
Yeah, exactly. He's sad that it does not bleed because it's made out of wood.
We're going to do something?
Yeah, I want to just, before I go through the door, I want to just clock and see if Artemis has
Okay. You can make a perception check.
With advantage.
With advantage.
I'll give you help.
Fuck, my dice are
Because you're rolling metal and plastic. You need to either be metal and metal or plastic.
Or put it
Dude,
in.
it hasn't worked either way. 17.
17. Okay. She's not invisible at the moment. And you see she is holding her squirrel and takes it.
Perfect.
As she walks into one of the other doors.
Which tree did she walk into?
She walks into the Numa wood.
I'll give her a little nod, and then walk into the tree.
She kind of smiles. Those of you from Katona would know the Numa Wood is in Keros.
Oh.
That's where
Am I
the
from
warden.
Katona?
You know, but you spend enough time in you would know because you grew up in the Vermal Hask area, which is kind of south of Keros.
So if
That's
Esper's
where the
not from
warden
Katona,
trees
where's
are.
he from?
You're not sure what happened to Brute Force. You can hear them still yelling and scrambling.
A bunch of bears in a tiny. It's a very, very funny imagery. A bunch of Scottish clan McRuperts trying to
McRupert
find.
just falling over each other trying to get the squirrel. The Nard Guard gets in. They go into the Labyrinth of Glass. The Magnolia Marauders are like, they're distraught.
I feel bad. I wanted to fuck up the evil team, not them. Fuck.
As you head into the tree, you come in, and as you do, you can see you're in kind of a smaller room inside of this hollow part of this tree. As you watch in front of you, the roots that kind of come into the bottom of this tree start to open up and form a kind of tunnel. And you can see there is, it just heads straight down, kind of like you can see a bit of the root system kind of dangling down, but there is sort of a tunnel. And as you are standing there, the tree begins to grow quite a lot, to the point where you won't be able to get it through the tunnel vertically, as it like naturally is just getting too big. Do you tip it over?
Yeah, tip it over.
Okay, so you tip it over and you're able to fit it into the tunnel as you all have
And
to
we all
carry
carry
It's
it,
like-
You start running.
Yeah, as you run down.
We'd put. Do you need a marching order or like?
What's the marching order?
I'll be at the front.
You be at the front. Thistle second. Mark and Miri, or Johnny and Miri in the middle. Shy at the back.
Eminem.
Miri.
Caboose crew, but in the middle.
Okay, so as you go down, it doesn't take very long. You feel like this tree is continuing to grow and grow and grow in your hands. It's getting quite long. It's kind of thick log. As you
In the bowels of the earth.
right through this bowel. And you can feel it, like you can almost see the kind of rapid aging that has taken place. As the first thing you feel is this kind of blustery wind coming up from below. You feel this kind of like intense wind kind of whipping through, and you can see the branches on the side of it are kind of getting pulled off. You see like the needles on it are flying off. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
Would you allow me to do something as the wind starts to happening?
Sure.
I am gonna actually, holding the tree in one hand, I from the back am gonna put my hand forward and cast Gust of Wind forward to try counteract it to maybe at least give us advantage.
Absolutely, that does give you advantage. As you kind of push back against the wind.
I know we talk about cocked dice a lot, but that one it was perfectly on the edge. Oh, shit, it did actually give me better. I was
Four, you said, right?
+4,
Plus
yeah.
4?
Yeah.
Nat 20 for 24.
Nice.
I was already at 21 from my 17, but
That's sick, dude.
19.
19.
33.
30.
fucking hell.
For
For Miri. Oh, shit.
But +4 and with
4.
advantage.
It's a con save.
Such a high con save. It's crazy.
I have +9, +1 for my cloak, and +4 for him, and I rolled a 19.
So nice. We need to have somebody constitute in this party.
Yeah, I have a +10 Constitution save.
That's
Just
amazing.
+3. 22.
Yay!
With advantage.
You all managed to kind of push against it as that wind, that kind of initial burst of wind is held back by Shy as you move through this. This is kind of familiar to you as your time as a tree. Like the wind blows and it doesn't affect you in the same way. It just kind of breezes right by you. As you continue to head down, this thing is getting bigger and heavier. As you hear it before you start to feel it, but the kind of sound of rain as you start to move through a section of the tunnel, continuing down and down, it starts to rain quite heavily on you. From the ceiling, you can feel just like this pouring rain. I need everyone to make a strength saving throw as this log is getting quite waterlogged.
That's +4, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, plus my 4. Hey.
With a natural 18, 27.
27.
19 for Miri, 17 for me.
18 for me.
Nice. Okay, yeah,
I
you're
really embrace and doing.
absolutely. The rain does not affect you in the same way. You're all able to kind of hold your strength through this. It is tiring, but you're all managing to hang on to this thing and continue to soldier at a pretty solid pace.
I feel like with this being the first time that my paladin aura has like hit everyone, I feel like as we're running shy, you would see like as the log gets heavier, you would see like a pair of Triton like hands as like an ancestor reaches out and like holds it next to you. You would see branches growing around. Like I would tap into the energy of everyone's like ancestral spirits to help carry this log.
Yeah.
Very cool.
As you continue on, the rain kind of subsides, and you start to feel this heat, this intense heat start to bubble up as this thing is getting longer and longer, and you see the branches are getting fuller and fuller. It is difficult to kind of press on as this heat is almost overwhelming to your senses. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Would Miri have advantage of because she's fire?
Yes. Yes.
Here's a question, Tim. Does my active momentum recharge like my focus points do, or does it recharge at a long rest? Because everything else recharges at a short rest for me. The spell that you gave me, I don't actually have an understanding of whether it goes once a day or would it
once a day.
Okay.
But I will double check, but I think it's once a day.
That's fine.
Okay. 16 for me, 30 for Miri.
Okay. Miri loves this. Miri is finally happy with the temperature.
33.
33.
18.
18, okay.
Oh.
That's a group success. Esper's sweating. Under all that armor, you're
did you roll?
sweating. But
16.
Oh, yeah.
My +4 is fucking getting me through this stuff.
That was not 18 for me. That would be 22 then.
yes.
Yeah.
Dude, my saves are pretty bad. Except with
plus 10 to wisdom.
With the exception of intelligence and dexterity, I'm very good at those.
I haven't done anything dexy yet. So
And this, again, this is familiar to you in a way of this, like, the sort of natural progression of the summer heat. And you, it's not as bad for you. Miri is very comfortable in this temperature.
She's
and in fact, she's kind of helping you. She starts shading you. She starts pulling up some of the branches over top of you, kind of waving them around to kind of fan you a little bit. You're used to the humidity in Keshuera.
This is my first time in heat in armor. I'm like,
It's like, it's getting enclosed as well because this tree is getting bigger and bigger.
Fall next.
It's as you get through that, there is snow that starts to fall and ice you can see start to appear on the sides of the cavern in this sudden kind of shift. As I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws.
hey, those are the good ones.
That's not good for
Okay, Miri, Esper.
Is there anything anyone would like to do?
There's not taking cold damage. This will just be slipping, I'm assuming, right? Because I'm resistant to cold damage. Was there anything I would like to do?
28.
Nothing I really can do here.
Hot dice. Hot dice right now.
You're rolling
Alright.
better than Jess ever does.
It's true.
That's a 15.
You know why?
plus
It's all the
10.
room,
bigness.
Tim. It's all the room.
There's no problem.
Room
with
to
big-
roll.
Yeah, my art when I'm coming down hard with the roll, I really roll lucky.
29 for shy.
I can't. I don't have the
I've
room.
never had the full follow-through of dice roll.
I gotta roll from here. I can't.
You can't get any luck
I
going
can't
from
roll
here.
properly.
This is where the luck comes from.
It's up here.
Call it
Tim,
down.
will you let him re-roll again if I step out of the way to see if his
Just because I'm curious.
Okay,
What
wait.
did you roll, though, before you rolled?
12.
Oh, 12, okay.
12 with everything
I'm just
added.
really curious to see if this experiment works.
No. It does not work. My luck is not on this. It must be on this side.
So it's not my fault then.
From over here.
Thistle, you start to slip, but with everyone's success, it is a group.
Yeah.
It is a group check, and you do start to lose your footing quite a bit. But everyone kind of leans over and helps, and you watch as Harkoon kind of grabs and stabilizes you a little bit.
Buddy.
Thank you, bud.
As the kind of snow comes, you watch as the needles start to fall off of this tree. As the whole thing actually gets a little bit lighter, as this tree, you can see it start to age as if it's nearer to the end of its life. As you arrive down at the bottom of this tunnel, you can see now the log is dead. And there are large double doors in front of you that start to open up. And you can smell and you can see this kind of damp earth beyond that's littered with plant debris, and you get this whiff of decay. It's quite strong, kind of plant decay, animal matter. And you can make out in the darkness, with some of your higher passive perceptions, you can see there are things kind of crawling through, like fairly large bugs, crawling through the earth. Do you head inside?
Is there anything written on the doors or above the door or?
Make a perception check.
I'll give you help action with that.
My passive is 19.
Guidance is done? Miri will guidance you, because I remember.
Miri says it to you, but doesn't cast it.
That guy, that's where the guidance luck comes from.
That is a 28.
28. You see
dice.
carved into the top of this door archway. It's not very large, but you can see in that druidic runes, those druidic runes, it says the cycle eternal.
Breathe life to ignite the cycle eternal. Breathe life.
No, but we breathe life, and then the tree
we
had
Yeah,
the
we
cycle.
heal
we heal the tree.
But the tree had the cycle
Yeah,
of life.
Right,
That
yes.
was the
Okay.
cycle eternal. Now
Okay.
we're here at the resting place.
Let's just put the log down.
Yeah, I'll go in and put the log down where the bugs can eat it.
You head in. It's a fairly large room.
Yeah,
It's probably about 60 feet across as you head towards the center. You can feel yourself kind of sinking into this kind of muddy.
How long is the log?
The log at this point is probably almost 30 feet long.
I wouldn't sink in because I'm a monk and I can walk on water.
Okay.
Can we
It's
play?
still like it's not quite like water. It's
Like quicksandy?
not
Kinda muddy?
yeah, like more like a quicksandy. Like you like it would be like walking on a bog.
Can we place it down? Mm-hmm. Let's put it down. We'll walk over it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We'll put
Yeah.
it down and we'll walk over it.
Okay, so as you place it down and you kind of pull your legs out to walk onto it, it starts to sink down, and you all start to sink down with
Okay.
it.
All right.
Does
We
it
have
look
to
like
go-
there's... Does
No.
it,
See a destination?
We have to
That's-
go down.
yeah.
I'm
All
just
right.
gonna grab onto two branches. and
No,
just
no.
like-
Let's all hold each other's hands so we don't get
Yeah, I guess-
separated.
And we'll all hold hands
Hold hands.
Okay.
and let ourselves sink into the muck.
All right.
The cycle eternal.
But as I'm sinking, I'm going to cast freedom of movement on myself.
You begin to sink. You see these large bugs kind of moving through the earth and all around you as you sink further and further and further. And you are fully below the earth as you feel it all around you.
How do the Caraxian breathing masks work? Do they filter water to make air, or do they just allow us to breathe in the mask?
They filter water to
Okay.
breathe air, yeah.
I think it... is it like we're going to suffocate under here?
Not quite. You take a big breath before you
Yeah.
go in, but it's like, it does feel a bit suffocating. But you know that you can hold your breath for a number of minutes, each of you.
It's what your
Nope.
wisdom...
Your cons... You still get a
save,
minute.
right?
The base is
No,
a minute, I
It's your
think.
con
Yeah,
modifier.
con mod plus one.
Plus one.
Ah,
So you
I
get a
got,
minute.
I got 10 rounds, baby.
I got 5 minutes.
Yeah, as you hold your breath and you go down. And you go down.
I put my lips on Esper's to give him some air. We're longer than a minute.
My friend.
As you feel yourself.
So to be fair, I breathe out oxygen. I was a tree.
That's
I
true.
reverse. I breathe in carbon dioxide. Breathe out oxygen.
That's why you
Caraxian
need to
mask.
hang around with us, is because
I wear
You
the
could take him
Caraxian-
diving.
I wear the Caraxian mask in reverse. Filters out the wrong shit.
He's trying to help the water out. Man. As you sink farther and farther and farther, and you feel yourself pass through something as you land. I'm gonna move.
Do you need help moving this very large?
Yes. I'm gonna have to get some of those minis too, but that's okay.
Goodbye.
Which ones do you need?
The team, yeah, and I'll grab. Just gonna use this.
Apologies.
Cause that's all we need.
That's
Anyone else?
Yes, I'll grab Calamity Rain.
Ah, damn it.
God damn it, Calamity Rain.
Box.
Those chuckle fucks.
And that's
Perfect, yeah.
Jack.
And then.
Where's Artemis? Do you have an Artemis mini?
Yes.
Perfect.
I've got. There's a.
Thank
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Such a beautiful map. Holy bananas.
That was a cool map, yeah.
All right, so you.
Are they here as well? Oh, we arrive and they're already here?
As you all arrive. Oh yeah. No,
Still exhausted.
still exhausted.
Get off your... You're off your wolf at this point.
Yeah. Off.
The wolf's with me, though.
No, the wolf didn't come down the tunnel and carry the tree and...
I don't know if you have your wolf.
Can I pet that dog?
That would have been crazy.
We didn't need to carry the tree. It could have been behind us.
Yes.
Gosh.
How long does it last?
And it's instantaneous. It's the duration. So until the wolf dies.
Seems like fuck. Sick.
Works. Hiding.
We should have just left it.
As you arrive, you can see the Calamity Rain is there, struggling. You watch as they they are struggling to lift up this central kind of plinth. There is a circle of rune stones around this kind of ancient altar in the center, bearing a small collection of what look like moldy bones. And you can see Whipjack and Auntie Foxglove are barking orders at Sir Hemlock and Billy Barber as the altar seems to be sinking into the ground, and the rune stones are kind of humming with this arcane energy that's giving this sort of odd chorus around the whole thing. I'm gonna have everyone roll initiative.
Ooh.
Wow, the dice are really leaning into the clerics go last thing.
14.
14. Thistle. 14. 25 to 20. It was 21. 20 to 15.
19.
19 as well.
Plus 3, so I think you beat me.
I do.
So Shy. Esper.
Very stressful in like the best way.
And then it's Jack.
I lost my jack of all trades and my initiative is lower.
That's not ominous.
What's Miri's?
Mary's was 10.
My dex got higher, so my initiative got higher.
All right. Miri will act before initiative count 10.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, you see them kind of struggling to kind of lift this thing as they see you come in. You watch as Billy kind of shouts, and he's gonna lunge towards you, Shy, because you're right there. With his big scythe, his wicked sickle.
Sorry, his wicked sickle?
It's called his wicked sickle.
That's wicked.
Hell
yeah, dude.
It's a wicked sickle, dude. First one is a 26 to hit.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Second is a 25.
Yes.
And the last one's a 16.
No.
Okay, so the first two hit. That's 6 and 4 is 10, or no, 11 slashing damage for the first one. And then... and 10 for the second.
Okay. Ouchie.
All right. It is now, you watch on initiative count 20 as the altar begins to lower again. kind of lowering down. It seems like Calamity Rain got here first and set off whatever timer or trap that this vault had with it.
And what are they trying to do? They're trying to prevent it from lowering.
They're trying to lift up this altar, it seems like. You're not sure what was under there or what was there before this whole thing started, but it seems like it was Billy Barber and Sir Hemlock were trying to lift it up.
And Billy Barber's just outright attacking.
And now he's just attacking you.
I'm just gonna lift it.
It is
Should I attack him
Shy's
back
turn.
and kill him?
They're gonna attack us while we do shit, so we might as well.
Okay. All right. I guess Tide Collar is gonna come out, and I'm just worried that if we start attacking, we're gonna fall under that thing that where everyone starts attacking and trying to kill each other.
We have to work together.
We have to work together. So I am going to I think I'm gonna go with my initial instinct.
Okay.
That I am going to, yeah, I can take a couple more of those hits. So I'm gonna rush up to the stone, and I am also going to start lifting.
Nice.
Do you want me to make an athletics check?
Yeah, you can make an athletics check.
Okay.
Is there sky above us?
No,
We're underground.
it's weirdly dark. You can't see the sky.
Okay.
Okay. Athletics. Boo. That's just a flat roll for me, so that's a 15.
Okay. So you start to lift, and you get a good grip on it, but you're not able to.
That's fine.
to
I've
move
got
it
a
at
grip
all.
on it at least at this point.
All right. It is. As you move around, just the other side, or do you stay here, just right here?
I'll just stay right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
gonna hit me.
It is Esper's turn.
I'm gonna lock eye with Billy Butcher. If you wanna fight someone, attack me, and we can cast Compelled Duel.
Ooh. Okay, and that is a
Bonus action. He needs
what's
to
got
make
yours?
a Wisdom saving throw.
That's an 18 on the dice plus 2 is 20.
He succeeds.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And he goes, no!
Okay.
All right. It is.
That's my bonus action.
That's your bonus action.
I think you're right.
You look so bummed about that.
I just want to murder this little fuck.
I just want to win.
Yeah. I will. Oh, I will use my action to for the first time I think ever in like any time we play. I'm going to use my action as the literal help action. I'm going to give it to Thistle in case Thistle needs to. Actually, no. I'm going to use an investigation action.
Sure.
For myself to see if I can look through these runes and get a sense of what needs to be done.
Make an investigation check.
It's 29.
29. As you kind of look around, there isn't any druidic writing on these rune stones. You can see there is arcane sigils on them that are kind of that are creating this kind of hum. You're not with the 29. I would say that it seems like that these are gearing up to do something. You're not exactly sure, but it seems like to raise this thing up, it's going to take quite a few of you to just straight up lift it.
I'm gonna readjust my position just so that I'm within Mary.
Okay.
Just
You're gonna come over here.
yeah, just to give me 10 feet of everyone. I want to be in 10 feet of everyone.
Okay.
I just want to be given those sexy little saves out.
Yeah, you're all clumped up there. All right, it is Auntie Foxglove's turn.
Auntie, no.
She's going to.
She tries to make me mad again. I swear to God.
She's going to.
This is the most times that I've just like cast actual spells and not just smoted.
Smooted.
If she tries to make me upset again, or enrage me again, I can break that.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah, she is going to use. She's going to. Yeah. She jumps up on the table with surprising agility.
yeah. Heck.
As she gets up and she reaches down, and as you watch as her kind of clawed hand comes down, you see this kind of sickly green energy coming around her hand as she is going to cast Contagion, and she's going to make a melee spell attack on you.
Yeah, great.
I'm within 5 feet of Shy. I'm going to use my reaction. When I became a paladin, I had to choose a new fighting style.
Yeah.
I'm going to use protection.
Nice.
So she has disadvantage.
Disadvantage! Oh, that's a 1 and a 6, so I don't think it's going to do it. Nope. That's only 13.
no, that's
As she reaches for you, my shield just straight armed into her arm, just like right in the elbow. Just
And you watch as it hits, you smell this kind of like filthy, putrid smear across it.
Don't you fucking touch her.
As she kind of reels back. All right.
I love it. Ship it.
Oh yeah, then she's gonna use her bonus action, nettling word on you. As she goes, "Oh, you're so pathetic." I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Oh, dude. Love to hear it. That's a nat 20 for 28,
Yeah!
baby. I look at her and I go, seems like someone's projecting.
Rip.
All right, it is Whipjack's turn.
I mean, everyone knows that they all have like a mean aunt who comes to Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's like
That aunt isn't happy.
she's not.
She hasn't got a good life.
No, she's upset with herself.
Yeah.
Whipjack comes to the edge of the table, and he's going to hit his friends because they're not his friends. He's going to use his Icicle Barrage.
Yeah, he wants it for himself.
As he's going to spray. It's a 30-foot cone, so it's going to hit all of you except for Sir Hemlock, but it hits the Red Cap and Anti-Foxglove.
Right?
Pardon?
Not me.
Yeah, no, you're in the
behind.
30-foot cone.
I'm
No,
behind.
because
I'm
it's
protected by Auntie.
no. Nice try.
protect you.
He's trying to hit everybody in the 30-foot cone. The only one that might not get it is Mark because he's behind like 4 people. And he probably tucked
This is
behind
what
a
a
rock.
dex save?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Love to hear that.
Love,
I get
we
your
love
plus
a dex.
4,
We
right?
get your
Yeah.
plus 4. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh baby.
a 13 for Miri. It's a 28 for Esper.
Okay,
And I
Miri.
take 0 because of evasion.
Yes, Miri fails.
And that's a 30 for Shy.
That's
23 for
That's a success. So Miri's the only one that fails, so she will take full damage. Everybody else will take half damage.
Did you short rest her?
She
She
would
had
short.
70. She had 70.
I know, but we
Yeah.
would have just short rested her.
Yeah, I assume.
D8 for a cleric, right?
Yeah.
We'll just do 4 D8.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Reasonable amount. Ooh.
I had to do a lot
Yeah.
because I was hurt.
Yes.
Head was down to.
Oh,
It
boy.
is
Exactly 100.
17 points of piercing damage. Let's see who's
Halved?
Halved. Anti-Foxglove failed. But Billy Barber succeeded.
And it's nothing for Esper and
Yes, 17
Again,
points of
shield
piercing
comes
damage
up.
and 22 points of cold damage. So
You
seven,
have your own evasion. I don't want to. I don't want to describe.
No,
your
I'll let
evasion
you.
for
I'll
me.
let you block.
39 damage all up.
39.
Yeah.
Is that
Halved for you would be down to
20.
20. And yeah, Anti-Foxglove takes 39. And Billy takes half.
Has anyone else come through at this point?
Not yet.
Okay.
Artemis might be here? We don't know. Hard to tell.
All right, it is
Hard to
Thistle's turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at who was the one that looked like the leader. It was
Are you talking about Sir Hemlock?
yes,
The horse? His
Yeah.
horse is not here.
but he's here.
He's here, yeah.
Not here.
He's the one who looks like he was giving instructions, right?
No, he was getting yelled at by
by-
Anti-Foxglove.
Who was the
and
one
Whipjack.
who looked like Whipjack? Was the one
Whipjack
who
and,
looked like
Whipjack and Auntie
yeah.
Foxglove.
I'm gonna look at Whipjack, or all of them, but address sort of more Whipjack and be like,
We need to work together.
And then I am going to bonus action elemental shape into an earth elemental. And then I am going to use my... So Shy is like this, holding the thing. It's a table, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to earth glide
Yeah.
and get underneath and push up.
Yeah.
Overhead press.
Yeah.
CrossFit this
Yeah,
thing?
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
I'm gonna catch it in a
It's
like
squat snatch.
squat snatch, and then I'm gonna try and
Absolutely.
stand it up. So I'm gonna
Went to
It's
essentially-
Olympic, dude.
Essentially, for it to sink lower, it would have to crush me.
Right. Make an athletics check at advantage, please.
Like you're appealing on Tim's sensibilities. He went to CrossFit this morning.
Went to the gym this morning.
Athletics. Athletics is strength based.
Yes.
So it'll be
you-
It's double your strength, right?
What?
It's if I have proficiency in athletics.
It'd be athletics plus
Plus 5.
proficiency.
Which is +5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is gonna be like a plus 11.
Yeah.
Can you remind me of the initiative order?
Plus-
I've got Billy,
and then you
Shy,
got it as well.
Esper.
I get yours as
Billy
well.
Shy, Esper,
Athletics
Anti,
check, not save.
Oh, okay.
with Jack.
So it's
What's
Thistle,
the strength of the
Miri.
plus 5.
Oh, we
Oh, it's
haven't
plus
gotten
10.
there yet.
Plus 10. And did you say at advantage?
Yes.
Giving those out.
I really am. But I mean, you're an earth element, so.
Oh, that's not great.
Oh my god.
You've been needing them.
I know. 15.
15, yeah. You managed to get under it and kind of hold it. You're not able to lift it at all, but you do feel the kind of pressure on your hands. You're not sure yet if it's slowing it down, but we'll see.
Not a personal best today.
I am. Can I make the argument too that I have half cover?
Yes.
Because I'm like,
You're full cover because you're underground.
You're underground. You're full.
well, I mean, my hands and my face are above the ground to
No,
get to the table's edge. Or am I? Oh, I'm under.
I am
You're under the- you're under it.
Either. Yeah, you're just in.
Okay.
You're in the ground. You're in
Alright.
full cover. All right. It is Miri's turn.
I've had a realization, and for the sake of alacrity, I'm gonna have Miri have that realization. Tim,
Brilliant.
the time that they all fought each other at the end, was that a one-time thing, or has that happened multiple times where they've reached the end and everyone's descended into fighting?
Oh,
that
that
just
you've
last
heard
time?
about?
Yeah.
They only spoke about that last time that everybody's died. That only happened the very last time. That's why they stopped.
And they all died because they fought each other.
Yeah,
Miri's gonna go.
they all slaughtered each other for some reason.
Look at you, and like point at the bruise on her face. They weren't invited last time. Yeah, and she's gonna pull out the Wonder Blunder and just shoot the fucking the little shit.
What do you mean they weren't invited?
They're the reason everyone fought each other.
Like they fucked, like the court of Padrima fucked with everyone.
They weren't
at the
invited to
end.
go on the competition, so they waited until the end. And Auntie fucking Foxglove, who can make people fight each other, turned them on each other.
Yes.
Fuck, I don't know.
And so they're angry and jealous and bitter, like your aunt at Thanksgiving dinner.
I just didn't get invited last time, so I don't know what everybody likes. I don't know who's a celiac this year.
Everything has gluten, meat, and peanuts in it.
and dairy.
That's an 18 to hit.
18 to hit. Who are you trying to hit? Sorry.
The little fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That hits that little guy.
It's a cream of peanut soup thickened meat.
Does he have any resistance to bludgeoning or fire?
Yes. Non-magical. This is
No, this is the
I
blunder
assume
one,
magical. Yeah. No. Then no. You're good.
Okay. 12 plus nothing. 12 points as the shotgun. Boom!
Is it?
One of us goes off.
All right.
And the smile on S's face, having been given permission to kill.
I don't know what my computer is. Anyways. All right. It is initiative count 10. You watch as the stones kind of boom, pulse, but nothing happens yet. It is Sir Hemlock's turn.
I'd be real embarrassed if I'm wrong about this.
He's going
pretty big bet.
We have evidence that she's done this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're slaughtering each other now too.
They all want it because they're greedy.
Well, yeah, Whipjack doesn't give a fuck. Whipjack wasn't slaughtering them. Whipjack was attacking everyone and doesn't give a fuck about collateral.
They each want, my sense is they each want this for their own individual lord or lady or lady.
You know my theory?
Yeah.
Because she was cooking up that big pot. Tim made a fucking note that made like an effort to mention that. She's fed them stuff. She's nugged them. And they've all turned on each other.
Like the witch she is.
Yeah.
Like the witch she is. All right.
You have to tell me if you're a cop. Am I right?
You have to tell me if your aunt's a cop.
Maybe. Your aunt's a cop. All right. It is Sir Hemlock's turn. He is going to let go of the table as he pulls out his long sword. And he is going to...
Sir.
Who's the closest to him? Yeah, you're under the table. I guess he's gonna come around to you, Shag, because you're right there.
Look, I'm here trying to lift. I'm here.
You are trying to lift
Get used to it. I'm ready to go.
Maybe he'll hit.
No, that's fine. He can hit me. That's okay.
I'm right there, baby. And he also saw me mounted.
Yeah.
Does he have...
Who did you mount?
He does hate other mounted combatants.
Did he have night on night jealousy? Yeah.
He's like, I get to bring my horse, and you got your fucking wolf.
Yeah, no, he's gonna try to hit you.
Great.
As he stands above you, he kind of comes down with his first attack. It is a flirty 20.
That hits.
Okay.
No reaction to make it not.
Okay. He's going to use his
Use it.
second one is a 27.
Oh, fuck yeah, that hits.
And he's going to use his temporal strike on that one.
That sounds bad.
Hey,
And
sound
then the last one is a 25 to hit.
Okay, Tim, chill.
All right, so
Chill
we'll
out
do the
there,
regular
Bud.
damage,
Fucking relax.
and then I'll talk you through the temporal strike. So the first one, it's terrible. It's
You
only
don't like the phrase when your DM says
7 slashing damage for
I'm
the
gonna
first one.
Talk you through that.
I rolled another one on the 8.
Does slashing your shirt?
It is magical slashing.
The shirt is just non-magical?
I think the
Yeah, not
I
magic.
think it's not.
That would make sense, yeah.
But sorry,
I like how
Double
I like
check
the
that.
idea that it goes through the armor, but somehow the shirt negates.
Yeah, right. Another 7, so that's another 7 slashing damage,
You plus me eraser.
and then
Just one eraser
and the
amongst
last one is 12 points of slashing damage. So probably 26 odd. And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for the temporal strike.
Ruh-roh.
+4.
Fail. It's gonna be more fun if you fail.
It's a 17.
Ooh, beats it.
Nice.
As you feel though, you do have this moment of
You can throw me that one in.
No, I'm just kidding.
as he hits you, you have this moment where you can feel your body start to age. And then you manage to kind of pull it back as you sort of shore yourself up and are able to stave off the effects. It would have aged you for a bit.
Look,
Oh,
Tim,
for a bit? I thought, dude,
Not forever.
I had a game where I aged my players permanently. I was just like, fuck you, it's a forever
was
thing.
gonna age me like in campaign 1. Neppy got aged when I touched the water in the tomb of the Raven, tomb of the Feathered Mistress,
You
and
did.
it was a D12, and I only was a 2, so I only aged 2 years.
All right, it
if you're looking
is
for another eraser, Yanis, I have another one. I came prepared.
back to the
Initiative 20.
top of the order. It's Billy. Billy is going to he's going to attack you, Esper,
Give it up.
as he brings
Give it
his
to
wicked
me,
sickle.
Your marked up one?
No, I'll keep.
The first one is a 26 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
We're all writing
The
our
second
names
is a
on-
natural 20.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
Mark can't say no through the goo, can he?
And the third one is a 15.
15 doesn't hit.
Okay, so the first two, that is 6 and 5 is 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And
that's
then
magical?
9 slashing damage, yeah.
Okay. 20 all up.
Yeah.
Look, we're all writing our names on our erasers now.
That one's yours now.
Now on initiative count 20.
Oh, it's a thing now.
You watch as the table begins to sink again. Thistle, you can feel it pressing down on your hands with this enormous force. But additionally, there she is. You watch as Artemis Khan drops down
Shit.
Nice.
As well as her jaguar. Her giant jaguar.
Jaguar.
Where is she in the
She's
order?
gonna roll initiative. Oh, that's pretty good. She got an 18 for her initiative.
So she's after Esper, I think, probably before Auntie.
Yes, that's exactly right. So I'm having to.
Billy, and then there's the lair action. And that's a table drop.
All right. Where is this? All right, yeah, as you watch as she lands, and she looks at you, or no, she doesn't see Thistle, but she looks at the rest of you, and she goes,
I'm sorry I'm late to the party.
as she pulls out her bow. All right, it is now.
Should I let you go, like lift and then
Shy's
just
turn.
focus on punching people or what? Because I'll
I think
tackle.
we need more people, but
I'll tackle Auntie right off this table right now.
I think we need more people to lift, but I might have to come out from underneath the table and fuck some people up.
Also, my athletics checks are not going to help. Like, I'm +0 to athletics, so I'm not going to really be helping. It's
Do some
probably...
murders.
Okay, do some murders. So, Billy
Did
and...
we get around to Miri's turn? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, she acts
Shot
after
the dude
Thistle.
in the body. She
Yeah.
shot the dude.
So Auntie and Billy have been doing the most things to me. I think Billy looks hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Auntie looks hurt-ish, or
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Who looks more hurt?
Probably Auntie. She took a lot of that ice damage. She
Okay.
took full damage on that.
Okay. I am going to scamper up on the table, and as part of my hits, I'll say, I'm going to lean down, and I'm assuming that this lady's all top heavy with all of her scarves and everything like that. I'm gonna take a hit straight to like mid-thigh, and I'm gonna take her, try and push her backwards as I go to hit her. And I don't care if it's she doesn't move, but that's what the flavor of this is.
Yeah.
Okay. That's so many. Actually, no. I'm gonna use Tide Collar for
Okay.
that. Then I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna try and like whip it right around her legs and attempt to pull her off the table.
I don't know if anyone's seen the most recent episode of Daredevil, but there's a scene where he practices with a weighted chain.
Oh, with a Kasari Fundo? Yeah. He's obviously been watching our campaign this point.
Yeah, fuck you, Disney.
That's gonna be a 28
Absolutely
to
is.
hit.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 1d8, 1d4 plus 6. Ooh, good. That's 9 plus 6 is 15 points, and we'll do radiant damage
Nice.
on her. Tide Collar again, as I kind of I've got her around the legs. I'm kind of walking over her, and I'm going to attempt to yank her backwards and up. And then I will hit her again. That's a 29.
Took
to
a fucking
hit on
trip.
that one.
Yeah.
It's a different area code.
That's cocked. So that's just 3 plus 6 is 9 points
Yep.
of radiant damage. And as I've got her, I don't know, I mean, for flavor, I see her that she's kind of down.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand over top of her, even if she's right on the table, and it's just going to be 2 straight hits
Yeah.
straight down on this wedge.
Really on the
Just
few
the,
teeth she has left.
Hand on neck, just whack, whack, bam.
Just all bloody.
That's going to be a flirty 20 to hit.
Yes.
And I'm going to spend a focus point for a stunning strike.
Nice. And it's a con?
That's
Con
a
save.
con save, yeah. It's my focus. Oh, that's max damage on that one.
That is a...
Try and beat 16, right?
Yeah.
Is only a 15.
She fails, so she
Let's
stuns.
fucking go.
And so that's max damage on that one, so that's 13 points of damage, and this next attack is at advantage.
Is stunned. There we go.
That's a natural 20 on
Oh!
Let's go.
And sorry, how much damage did the stunning strike do?
13.
13, thank you.
3 and 8 is 11, plus 5 is 16 points of damage for that second one. And it's all just radiant at this point, straight through.
Nice. Yeah, as you're just wailing on her, she's looking very rough. All right, it is Esper's turn.
I think, if you'll allow me.
I will. Always.
As Shy, I think Esper's hit this point of just he's fucking fed up with these idiots that keep fucking with them. as Shy is punching and the like radiant energy, the bioluminescence is shining off, as he's like just throwing that shield up to protect Shy, he's feeling a lot of feelings. His etherealness will like pulse at the same time as her punches, and it'll almost mirror the bioluminescence as he steps forward to Billy Butcher.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, I am fucking done with your shit. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Shining Smite. As the like mirrored bioluminescence leaks into Silver Silence, and I'm just gonna bring it down on his head.
Shining Smite, where's that from?
D&D.
Whoa, is that a new one?
Maybe,
That's
yeah.
cool.
I love it. I love it.
So I will
Roll them attacks. Roll them bones.
20. Oh fuck! Plus 10 now.
That's for all the Esper shippers out there.
24.
You guys are broken up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are broken up. I'm also going to put a. That was my second level spell. I'm then going to dump my last spell slot, my last second level spell slot, to smite on top of this.
Nice.
You are literally pining after your moon girlfriend, so don't.
Yeah, but
speak
we
to
didn't break up. We're not fucking Ross and Rachel in this shit.
We're not broken up.
It's not a will they, won't they. It's a when they.
Exactly. We're fucking Monica and Chandler up here. You guys are Ross and Rachel. It's great.
I've never seen a full episode of Friends, so.
Dude, all of those people, horrible. No member of the Friends cast, well, like not cast, but like characters were good people.
Yeah, Paul Rudd was great. Yeah. His character was fucking the nicest guy on there.
8 for that, and then 1d6 for cold.
All the damage.
Holy shit.
I've seen every episode of Friends at least 10 times.
That's how I've been with Seinfeld. I've seen all of Seinfeld. So many.
40 points of damage. And that bioluminescence that I've borrowed from Shy is going to wrap around him and tattoo itself into his skin. He sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius. Attack rolls against him have advantage, and they cannot benefit from the invisible condition.
Nice.
As giving myself advantage on this next strike, I'm going to strike down at him, giving myself sneak attack.
Yeah.
That is a 26 to hit.
26 hits, buddy.
Okay, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do all of that. Oh shit, fuck. That one's gone forever now.
Nice.
Oh, fuck me, alright. That's another 35 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
I chest check him with the shield to get him to step back, and then just bang over top.
As he's just bleeding profusely, you knock a bunch of his jagged teeth in. He's like just totally dazed.
I said I'd pull the truth from you. Are you done yet?
He starts to yell. Covered in blood.
And loving it.
Which he kind of loves. He's a real blood freak.
Oh, God, I'm doing the thing he wants.
He's gonna come for you in many ways.
Oh, no! Artemis. It's
me.
Artemis's turn.
Spell's done.
Oh, really?
She is going to...
But he is, for the next...
That's crazy.
He is lit up, so I get advantage.
The ability.
Lit.
She is going to step back up on the rock.
I think I went backwards.
As Sir Hemlock's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Look how easy that was.
He does hit.
We haven't even touched Sir Hemlock yet.
As that does
We almost
not a
got 2
lot.
of them, you guys in 1 turn each. So I think we're
Well,
fine.
listen.
That's 11 points of damage onto Artemis.
almost halved
As like
it.
Artemis jumps back, he kind of swings with his longsword and just catches her. It's fine. No one saw it. As she pulls back her longbow, and she's gonna make 2 attacks.
Jim, I'm gonna watch this episode. I'm gonna watch Blackwater for the first time in my life just to see that.
Yeah.
You won't see
No one
anything.
believes you.
No one believes.
No one believes that.
The first one is a 26 to hit, and the second one is a 19 to hit, which I believe both hit.
Just quietly. Nobody will ever believe you.
Yeah, the 19 does not.
Shit.
But
Damn it.
the first one hits, and she's going to use her fiery smite
Hell yeah. Is she
fire
paladin?
damage. You don't know.
Fuck.
That is 20 points of piercing damage and another 8 points of fire damage. So that's 28. And then an additional 3 fire, 3d8. That's another. Great. Another 16 points of fire damage.
Yikes.
As you watch as like Sir Hemlock's kind of mossy armor lights up as he is hit with that. All right, and then the Jaguar is going to lunge at Whipjack.
Does the Jaguar have a name?
Yes, it does. But I can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Jag.
It's Jag. There we go. I should have had this pulled up, but I didn't. There it is.
Greatest TV show of all time.
It's going to go to bite him.
That's a good job.
That is not going to hit. That's only a 13, so he's not. So the Jaguar misses, but it is now. Oh man, my computer is slow today. It's killing me here.
David Elliott.
All right, it is Auntie Foxglove's turn. She is stunned.
Yeah.
It's
Meaner,
Whipjack's
meaner.
turn. As he kind of surveys what's happening.
I'm up on the table also with Auntie.
He is going.
Thistle's like, stop. I didn't wait.
Guys,
Get off the table!
He is going to move. Yeah, because you're up with.
I'm up on the table, yeah.
He's gonna try to attack you
Aberrant.
with his
Please, no more on the table.
his ice blade. Yeah, you watch as he kind of spins his ice knife around.
I mean,
And he's gonna take a few attacks at you. The first one is a 21 to hit.
It would hit, but my muscles tense in my back and the wings come out.
The second one is a 14 to hit. That won't hit.
And hit.
And the last one is a 26 to hit.
That one hits.
Okay. That's the Winter's Touch. As
That's bad.
Fuck, I wish I blocked that one.
5 points of slashing damage.
Yoke.
Oh, it
And
is bad if that's the
then-
little damage it does.
7 points of cold damage, and I need you to
Wait
make
for
a
it.
con save.
Oh, you're gonna be slowed, motherfucker.
We'll see.
You're not very good with a con.
but he's got a +4 now.
That's true.
Whoa. I'm bad at con. I roll a 17.
Hey,
21.
hey.
21. You succeed.
Hell yeah.
As he strikes you, he manages to get just between your armor, and you see the kind of cold start to spread out as you kind of shake it off, and the blood kind of flows through, and you are not frozen. All right, it is. He is then going to back up. He's going to get out of the fray.
Creep
Attack of opportunity?
He uses reaction for the
Wings. Wings. I didn't-
It is Thistle's turn.
Bonus action. I don't know, it's not gonna do anything. I'm gonna activate my Dragon Claw tattoo.
Okay.
This is not gonna do anything, it's mainly just for flavor. It increases my range of attack by 15 feet, so
Nice.
in my mind it means my arms become longer.
Definitely can.
Yeah. It also allows me to add 1d6 force damage to my hits. So, in my mind, even though I am doing strength checks, it is like I hit with fists, so it's essentially the same thing. I'm just doing like a slow hit. I also just throwing it out there. I also do have advantage against objects and structures.
Oh,
when it
'cause of
comes
siege.
to-
Did give you an advantage on the strength check.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You still have
I just
advantage.
would like to
Just
continue.
justify.
I'm just like
You
I would like to
continue-
continue.
I
to
like
have
this
advantage.
justification to continue to have advantage.
I'm just gonna throw my
You
pencil.
cannot keep that thing in your hand.
Listen, I am restricted by how much space I have.
And they
All
give
right.
you
Athletics check.
The only way for you to get more space is if I leave, and we can't have another D&D show where there's no femmes at the
Yeah,
table.
it's
So
true. That's a lot of dudes.
I can't leave.
I mean, that would be awful.
Oh no, Jens has become
Long pause.
problematic.
Pretty long
Oh,
pause.
I can't cast spells. Oh god. That is a 22.
Okay, you do get your kind of hands on it. You feel the kind of crushing weight.
I'm screaming.
But you are in a better position to kind of hold
Yeah.
it as it comes down on your
I was
hands.
teetering under my heels in the catch of the snatch, but now I've found my stability,
Boom.
and now I just gotta get out of it.
Yeah, you're ready to start the lift. All right, it is Miri's turn.
Okay. These two look really fucked up. Okay.
I hope I'm doing something. Like I hope I hope the table would have disappeared if I wasn't under there. Because
I think you are.
I have to wait till everyone else helps me.
No,
but
I think what happens is I think that if the table won't.
if it goes down, the rocks do something bad to us.
I also think that the table isn't gonna stay where it is until the person who's worthy is like the only one ready to take the thing.
Mary's gonna start like reloading the blunderbuss or the wonder. What is it called?
Blunder
again?
Wonder.
Blunder
Wonder. And as she's doing this, there's like a chirping sound that she hears, and she goes, "Oh yeah!" And she's gonna slam her gauntlets together and use the chirping cricket gauntlet. She's gonna cast a 3rd level Thunder Wave. Listen, I'm just reading the character sheet.
I love it.
You cast a 3rd level Thunder Wave to hit these two because they seem super low apparently. And would it be enough to get Whipjack, or is he too far away?
How long is it? 30?
Thunder Wave's 20
I think it's only 20. I don't.
Why are you looking at me?
Thunder Wave.
I barely know my own character.
15-foot cube.
No.
No.
Would it hit me as well?
No, she'll
kind of come between, I assume.
It's a con save of we using her save or
Yep.
Yeah.
or no, it's
Unless
here. Con save
it has
DC 15.
15. Auntie was 22.
Very much succeeds.
And Billy was not as good. 8 plus 4 is only 12.
Oh.
Billy takes 20, Auntie takes 10.
Nice.
And Billy is knocked back 10 feet.
Is
Is that what it does?
Okay, yeah, Billy is
Yeah, 10.
gasping for breath. Actually,
and-
no. He's done. How does it end him?
I think Miri's aiming at Auntie Foxglove, and he just gets caught in the and just like
He slams into this stone.
Yeah, just
So fast. It's just it's like a sickening, just like, oh god.
Is he the red guy?
He's done. Yes.
So little and just picked up and back.
Yeah.
But does he finish?
You see his moment of bliss
and then Miri's
as a Nard
using an-
screams in
activating an item doesn't count for casting spells in that turn, right?
Would that be using
yeah, that's your
an
action.
Yeah. So she
Yeah.
could bonus action healing word.
Yes.
She's gonna throw it on me because I fucking need it. It's gonna be a 3rd level.
It's a good thing we didn't send her away.
Do you know how much? We would have been fine.
He says under the
Yeah, it's
table.
It's fine.
All I need is a toad.
Oh,
10. All I need is a
all I
token.
need is
To make me feel
14.
proud.
All right, that's. We're back up a little bit. 40.
all right.
Do you know how much health I have total?
The
226.
Shit, dude.
The on initiative countdown at 10, the runestones pulse once again. What's Esper's health at?
49.
Okay, you're fine. As you watch,
What would have happened if it was 35? Because that was what I was a second ago.
No, it would have been lower. But Auntie Ethel falls asleep.
Auntie Ethel?
Oh, shit.
Auntie Ethel?
Or sorry, Auntie. Yeah,
Playing some
Auntie
Baldur's
Foxglove.
Gate. Playing some Baldur's
Docs
Gate.
her aunt?
Okay.
I've been playing some Baldur's Gate.
Auntie Foxglove falls asleep.
Dude, she comes out of stun.
It is Whipjack's turn.
Blissful sleep
Or no,
unimpressed.
Sir Hemlock's turn. Oh man, what's he gonna do? He did not like what Artemis just did.
Do you need blue tech?
Probably, I probably should grab. You want to grab some? Just-
Yeah.
Actually, I have some right here. He is going to attack Artemis.
Man, I remember when everyone had blue tack everywhere at school.
I used to have it in
Do
my
you ever,
farm.
do you ever like gather up those big lumps and like pull them from the walls of like posters and stuff and
Yeah.
just make a huge fucking
Yeah. And then you, like take.
He rolled a natural 20,
Oh,
and then
God.
the other two were a 25 and a 24. So he hits with all three.
Artemis.
As he starts just laying.
Mark in the goo goes, no, but nothing happened.
So he's somewhere in the ether.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No.
no,
No.
No, mate.
no.
Oh, I miss Sean.
Nah, mate.
Okay.
He's in a better place.
So 18.
He's not. No, he's not. Much worse place.
28, 35 points of slashing damage on
Yeesh.
Artemis.
He can't tell people where he is right now that he plays D&D for the fear of his own life.
Sure.
All right, it is back to
Billy's
the,
dead.
Billy's dead. So on initiative count 20, you see I didn't grab the brute force tumbles through.
Help me with the
As
table.
you see
More
all
people
of
in
these
this chamber.
bears just kind of push through. It's chaotic to say the least. As they're just like, Fuzzy, get out of my way! As they all kind of pile in.
I believe the Gallic word for that is a stramash.
A stramash. They're gonna act as a unit.
Help with the table. Tell them to help.
As they come
They're at the
in,
very bottom of the order.
It was the three
know,
knobs
but-
and the big guy.
Yeah.
But I can't talk to them because I'm underground
You're underground.
and I don't speak English.
as they come in, I would see them as I'm like up on the table. I would just go, lads, lift the table.
You heard the blue lady!
I don't know what you said.
The blue lady!
We don't have to kill the sound team. I just want to put that out there.
So sorry, Benji.
We love you, Benji.
It is,
Benji is
but you do feel the altar also like kind of pushes down on your hands. You manage to hold it in place, but it is, you can feel that strain, but you are holding it.
I will
Look,
break this altar.
We used to get a lot of complaints that we were too quiet. They will not complain that with this episode.
Shy's turn.
Okay, seeing that Auntie is asleep on the table and she will be a
Out of
hindrance to lifting of the table, I would be happy to like sacrifice my. You got it? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So seeing that Auntie is asleep, I am going to vault over her.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump on top of Whipjack with a tide collar coming right down in like a bright blue flash as I jump right down on top of him, smashing tide collar. down
Okay.
onto him.
All right.
I have the high ground.
I hate you!
That's plus an 11. It's going to be a 22.
Yeah, absolutely.
4 and 1 is 5. Plus 6 is 11 points of damage on the first one, all radiant. And I'm going to hit him again with Tide Collar. That was a journey. 23 on that one to hit.
Yes, absolutely.
8 and 3 is 11. Plus 6 is 17 on the second one. And then Tide Collar gets stowed. Or it's like, I think I like come down, wrap Tide Collar around and pull him to me and just pull him right into a punch. As like yank with one hand and pull right into a punch with the other one. That's gonna hit so much with a 28, and I'm gonna spend a focus point for a stunning strike.
Nice.
And so that is gonna.
Okay, so that's decent too. It's plus con. That is a 19.
That succeeds, but that is going to be 10 points of radiant damage on this one, and I'm going to do it again.
Another stunning strike.
That's a natural 20 on that one, and I'm going to spend another focus point for a stunning strike. I'm gonna
Strike.
Roll shit.
As a 19.
That's
on the dice, so
fine,
a
but
26.
that's okay. I get double damage on this one.
It was good. Worth the try.
Yeah.
That's absolutely. 7 and 4 is 11, plus 5 is 16.
16.
And that's my turn.
All
And I'm up in his business.
Okay. Yeah, as you're just kind of pounding away at him, sort of overwhelming him. Esper, it's your turn.
Esper, just like enraged, like he's just locked in. he's in kill mode, is going to start walking forward toward Whipjack. As he gets to the point where Auntie Foxglove is between him and what's the knight's name?
Sir Hemlock.
Sir Hemlock.
Yeah, Sir
He's
Hemlock's
going, as he's walking forward, that etherealness is going to creep up and it's going to cover the front of his face, showing you his skull underneath. And that's my channel divinity as I Fury of the Dead. As I walk past, I'm just going to, over my shoulder, without looking, just stab into her. Because if it hits, it sends her 10 feet towards Sir Hemlock. But natural 19s on both die.
Yeah.
That's a 29 to hit.
Of course.
She looks really fucked up, right? I'm going to choose not to sneak attack on this.
Yeah.
That's D8 plus 5 plus D6. 10, 15, and then if she hits her Hemlock, she takes an additional 4.
Yes, she does. So that's 19. So yeah, how do you...
Yeah,
Her
without,
body
just like without looking, I'm just walking forward. I just stab to the side, and she flings off and slams into his back.
I'm gonna have him make a strength saving throw to see if he can stand up and not get knocked prone.
My DC?
Yeah.
17.
17. He rolled a 22. 16 plus 6. So he kind of like, it hits him, but he's a fairly large armored guy, and he just kind of shows no remorse.
Move around behind Whipjack and watching Shy just punching as Shy throws a punch. I'm going to hit him from behind so that if he gets knocked forward, it's getting knocked into the punch just to like,
Nice.
just for flavor.
Yeah. I love it.
You sneaking on this?
This I will sneak on, yeah.
And you get a +2 for flanking.
+2 for flanking. It's a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
We're going to do our sneak attack. We are going to do the D8 for that. +2 for damage. So 7. D6 from the cold.
Separate out your cold damage because he might be.
True. Is he?
Yes, he is immune to cold
So I'll
damage.
take away 3. 27 points of damage, and he's knocked 10 feet forward. It does say if he hits something, he takes 4 points of damage. Yeah. So just like that, 4 points of damage is just coming from a fucking full, like in the face.
All right.
I look past him to Shy and give a nod.
All right.
They're breaking up you two. For fuck's sake.
It is
They're early 20s.
Artemis's turn.
Hey, you can love someone and not be in a committed relationship with them.
She's going to. You watch as like Sir Hemlock is there. She slings her bow and pulls out a longsword from her back as she is going to strike down on him with the 2 hands. She gets 2 attacks. So the first one's a 29 to hit, and the second one is a 24 to hit. And she's going to use her fiery smite. The last 2 of her fiery smites on both of those. She's going to do big numbers.
Thistle's under the ground being like, back in my day, you met a girl, you married her within a month.
So
you took her to the Piggly Wiggly and then you were married. Within a month. Within a work week.
Of fire. The Piggly Wiggly.
This is the most old-timey thing that I can think of in the moment.
She does what? She winds up doing 10d8 worth of fire damage.
Do you want a dice roll?
I already
on a
did.
date to the Piggly Wiggly. I don't know what a
She does 47 damage worth of fire.
Fuck yeah.
Plus.
Dude, her mini is sick as hell.
Yeah. 10 goes 13 plus 5 is 18. What's 18 plus 11? 29. So 29 plus 47 is
76.
76 damage all up.
Whoa!
Fucking hell, let's go.
As she, like, you see her fly, like, her sword comes down, and you watch as just the flames kind of erupt as she slashes down on Sir Hemlock, as he is just battered away. Also looking very rough. For
the folks at home who are big fans of Epic the Musical, the like Odysseus moment, that's where Esper is right now. Where he's just like, I'm killing all of you. Fuck this shit.
Anti-Foxglove is dead. You see Whipjack. Because you are next to him, I need you to make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
I'm within 10 feet.
Yep, you're within 10 feet of me. I didn't roll well though. I think Esper hates the Feywild. Every experience with the
Well,
Feywild
fuck
has been bad. 14 for me.
That's a failure.
24.
That's a success. You take 4 points of cold damage. Just as being so close to him, you realize
Do
how
I take half
uncomfortable it is.
or I take none?
None.
Okay.
But
I
you
also have
watch
resistance to cold, so.
as he takes his knife and he throws it into the ground, and he throws up his hands. I surrender. I'm sorry. It's a competition. I'll help. And he puts his hands up. He doesn't attack. And he also goes, I wouldn't stand so close unless you like the cold. And he smiles.
He's looking at, who's he looking at while he says
He
this?
says that to Esper. He
Hot.
looks over his shoulder.
Hot.
Shy, you've got enough boyfriends.
What? That's me,
Thistle.
M, not Shy.
It's your turn, buddy.
Yeah, guess what I'm gonna do?
Lift it, bud.
Fucking lift it, brah.
Roll it.
Nobody on the table
So
now.
hostile.
Fucking lightweight.
$20. Okay. You start to feel movement upwards, ever so slightly. You start to. Wait, baby. It is Mira's turn.
Channeling my inner Ronnie
Okay.
Coleman.
Yeah, buddy.
Lightweight.
Mary's gonna throw another. Everyone else is.
This podcast has something for everybody.
You hurt?
I have a very
not a lot.
specific
You're
niche.
fine.
I feel for our. There's like 6 people who probably
I love it.
not appreciate the
actual play.
references, just understand my references.
We have such a breadth of interests.
12.
I,
Mary's
I'd
gonna
like to
heal
think
Esper a
Cutler is
little bit.
watching now.
Oh yeah, you think?
You think so? I think after that cameo.
I think so. He didn't know. We gotta share that with the
He thought it was
patrons.
a real person.
You do have to share
We
that.
gotta share that.
That's
We gotta
cool.
make it
Shout
now.
out.
Hey,
For
shout
me,
out to
it's for me
Patreon.
and me alone.
Oh, okay, well, never mind.
But
I think we should make it real.
truly shout out to Patreon.
Mary's gonna healing word Esper,
Yeah.
and then look over at because what's his face is still fighting, right?
He's Sir Hemlock at the moment. I mean, he's looking pretty rough as well.
She's gonna blunder wonder him in the back.
Yeah. Stone cold.
Oh fuck! It's an 11 to hit.
It does not hit. Boom! She turns to fire at him, and he just looks right at her. And she's like, "I'm sorry."
That's Mary's turn.
Okay, on count 10, the Nard Guard arrives. As they pour into the room, Dreve goes, "I've got this." Zane
Can we
comes
fit
in.
more minis in this tiny little thing too?
Nard
the minis.
comes in ready to die.
Get off the table!
Jackson jumps onto the table in sort of
killing
like a superhero
I'm gonna kill
pose.
I like the idea of Nard seeing that it's sinking, just lays on it, trying to be swallowed by the earth. He's so disappointed because he thought he was dying when he was upstairs in the
He
decay
lays
place.
down so that the edge of the table will crush his skull.
Almost headed. So as the runestones pulse, you watch Sir Hemlock boom falls down asleep, and Nard also falls asleep.
We've
And you know what's funny is he's taken no damage. That's just his base health.
Does the Nard Guard go below brute force technically?
yeah, I haven't rolled initiative for them. Yes, they do actually. They rolled a 6 for their group.
It's now Sir Hemlock's turn.
Sir Hemlock is asleep.
Sleepies.
And brute force, you watch them all surround the table as they go left, and you watch as the whole table starts to lift up a little bit. The Nard Guard kind of taking their cue from that, sort of. They all rush around. Zane is like, yeah, and he's looking right at Miri. He's lifting.
I yell at Jackson. Jackson, get off the fucking table.
Oh, yeah. And he jumps down, and he kind of shakes Nard awake. Nard is disappointed.
Are we out of initiative? 'Cause
Yes, we can drop out of initiative unless you want to
can I
hurt
Are you
with Jack
gonna shank the ice
Oh,
cap?
dude, you don't understand how badly I want to, but I'm going to be.
You can shake the ice dude if I can kill Jackson.
You can't kill Jackson.
Interesting.
I
It's an interesting
totally
offer.
can.
I'm going to attack.
I never could.
Can I touch this knife tentatively?
The ice knife on the ground? Sure, you can try, yeah.
Yeah, like I touch it. Does it hurt to touch?
It does, yeah. You can take a little bit of damage.
Okay, give it to me.
You take 2 points of cold damage.
I wanted a new knife.
You're not knife guy anymore.
Yeah, but no, I still am knife guy. I have a spear, but I'm covered in knives. If I lose this spear, I'm
You
fine.
forgot how to use.
Do you come around to help lift?
I will.
Fucking come lift!
I'm gonna wait for him to put his hands on the table before I start. I'm basically.
He
watching him.
goes, you want me to help
Yes.
lift?
Yes.
All right.
I'm fully just ready for him.
He walks over, he rolls his eyes. And
If he
puts
reaches
his
for
hands on the
anything, it's
table.
spear through the neck.
Artemis jumps down right away. You watch the jaguar kind of come up and put its shoulder underneath.
I would go and lift as well.
All right, as you all start to lift this thing, you watch as the table kind of, and you feel the kind of hands underneath pushing it through, and you see the table comes up almost to kind of neck height for some of you. Shy, it's almost at the top of your head.
You're like, what's on
I can't even see. But there's a body on the table, right?
Just
There
some
was?
moldy bones.
Moldy bones.
You're not sure
Who that was?
who that was.
Is there a skull in it? Or is the jaw gone?
No, it's just a few.
Yeah. Take one of those bones. Reincarnate.
Sure,
when I get
you can absolutely take a bone. I'll give you the bone.
I add it to my
As
no
you
one's ever
see
asked about, weirdly.
the bottom of the altar, you see now kind of the table on top kind of hangs over a bit. As you see this kind of stone casing, and inside you can see this long sword that looks to be fashioned from solid dark oak wood. And you can see the handle is kind of leather bound as it sits in this kind of intricately carved stone cage almost.
I look at everyone here. Does anyone here refute the fact that Thistle Longbranch is the most worthy to wield this? Skull face still fucking showing.
Yeah, as like Thistle comes up out of the ground.
I just keep lifting the table, so it's above my.
Yeah, it stops when it gets to the thing.
Oh, I'm fine.
But you are able, like, you notice something as you're able to like lift it and you kind of bring it out. The stone is reacting to your hands.
Oh.
You feel like it is like clay in your hands.
I reach.
As everyone kind of looks on, nobody kind of disputes it.
I reach through and I grasp the handle in my elemental form.
You watch as your hand kind of moves through, and you see the stonework almost reactive as it moves around your hand, allowing you to grab Oakheart. And as you pull it forward, you watch as the blade itself almost looks like stone, as the stone kind of creeps up to the end. You watch it transform in his hand. It goes from a regular-sized longsword to a large stone hammer as you pull it out. As you claim the legendary sword, Oakheart.
Hell yeah.
That's where we're going to end it tonight.
Put it on my.
We'll talk about it in the Patreon. We'll
Yes.
talk in Chatwater.
I put
We'll
it-
talk about what it
Put
does.
it on my shoulder.
I'm gonna
I
send
look
it
at
to you.
everybody, and I fart.
Darius
real-
so
On
proud.
10 out of 10
real-
storytelling.
A
Hey,
real
the
Gary
Crit Awards are
Oldman
coming.
slow horses.
If you want this to be
Punctuate.
award-winning content, just the Crit Awards.
A huge thank you to everyone for coming to join us this evening. Yes, the Crit Awards are now live. You can type !crit in the chat. It'll
Email it
send
to
right
me.
over
It's heck.
the nomination form for us here at our main campaign. Godkiller Balance, of course, and Wayward Autumnal. Our 4-year consideration posts are up on our socials, so please go take a look for those. We basically have something for all of the like AP categories, as well as our music category. We'd suggest you nominate Sai for something as well, with all of the music that he has done. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and for this delightful finishing of the Warden's Gauntlet. Hey, Adam, if we're going to talk about this incredible new sword that Thistle has, where are we going to do that?
Probably in our cars.
Yeah, on the way home.
I can't wait to talk to you about it
Yeah.
on the drive.
Now, if you're interested to hear our immediate feelings and thoughts about this episode and every episode that we do, Chatwater exists. We do one free Chatwater a month. Jess is better equipped at telling you whether or not this is the free one or not. But check it out. Go to our Patreon. sign up on the free tier, or on the not free tier if you're feeling spicy, and you'll have access to the chat water at the Knucklebone tier.
Knucklebone tier and above.
Knucklebone tier and above, you have access to our chat water, and you get to see us react to what we've just done as raw and live.
I'm not gonna look at the sword until we're live on chat.
Yeah,
Yes.
you'll see the raw reaction. So, like,
Sad about this one.
listen. It's the price of 2 McDoubles a month. And listen, as a person who eats a McDouble every meal,
Every day.
I just
Can't stop eating.
I just have 2 breakfast a month where I
you
don't
are
eat
seeing-
them.
Also, just
Dude, it's bad for me.
Also, if you want to Venmo Adam and I money directly, we can start recording our drives home. Just saying.
We don't accept Venmo in Canada, unfortunately.
Right.
I have a PayPal. Go to my Twitch account.
You could record that for the green room. That would be fine.
No, it's
so
for Adam and I directly.
it's for you guys directly.
We're trying to buy a thing. Don't worry about it.
We're doing a thing.
Buy a thing.
Please stick around for the raid. We're gonna go hang out with someone awesome. Put your thumbs up, babies. When you find yourself in a giant pit of decay, you just gotta let go and touch the good.